Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have your doubts, not what I'm about, have your cloud, it be raining out, I keep making sound, go another round, I'm legend bound, can't stop me now. You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. 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 Anything negative, cause I just wanna hear it out your mouth, yeah. Give me fuel, it's a tool that I use to go ahead and run my mouth, yeah. I take shots, I take loss, I make shots, I miss lots. I tell you get big box, you get yachts, you swing lots and pop off a big shot. I ain't done chasing, got big dreams, bigger things, impatient. Who's at the top think they need replacement? Who's at the top think I'm gonna erase them? Face it, I don't give up quick, I don't give up shit, I won't give up this. Cause I know that I want it, know that I'm on it, I'll make it, I promise. You don't wanna fuck with me, a slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
FinancialFelons.com is where you can find the latest and exclusive DSG gear, from Fire or Trash, Excelsior Now, DSG Team Gear, and more. That's www.financialfelons.com. Make sure to use code DOOM for 15% off. That's code DOOM for 15% off. This is your DSG brand ambassador Spring, and you know the motto, let the good times roll.
What's shaking, people? It's your boy Doomkiller HD. Sit back and relax. You are now rocking with the best. Let's go! It's the weekly wrap-up where we give you the news. Break it down bite-sized so it's easier to consume. Discussing the hottest game that's out of what's coming soon. Is it real or is rumor? Homie, that's up to you. Fire or trash reaction, live viewers call in. No cap, conversation, we going all in. It's the weekly wrap-up, so enjoy the show. You're now rocking with the best. Let the good times roll. Come on! What's shaking, people? It's your boy Doomkiller HD, back with another episode of the weekly wrap-up. Sit back and relax. You are now rocking with the best. And I got a special guest co-host today, and he's not really extra special because he's here every week. But this week I decided to have him co-host. He has been going through hell on Twitter, and I'm not going to stand for it. But without further ado, we've got Mr. Flex himself, Jay Shock Blast. What's good with it, boss? How you doing, good sir? Yeah, you.
Oh, we started?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh man, there's a college football game on my other screen. So, but I do have my man out for you. You gotta look at the screen. My brand new Secret Invasion.
Ooh.
So anyway, yeah. So I guess I have to close my college football game and take this seriously.
Yeah.
How you doing? What was the question?
I was just telling people that you're co-hosting tonight.
Oh,
So, yeah,
I'm thankful that you're giving me permission to
co-host your
co-host
own show.
my own show. So yeah,
Oh
but
God. Oh God.
anyway, oh my god, I like literally threw myself together here. Okay,
Oh
I
wow.
I see like dog hair on the hat. Like nobody would ever notice it, but I do. You know, listen, these are the I'm frazzled. Rarely do I use that word. Anyway,
Welcome
how
to the show, bro.
how do I sound? We've got the new mic.
You sound actually really, really, really damn good. So,
Nice.
yeah, you sound good. You look good. Can't see the fur, so you fine. You good though. You straight. I was telling people that you kind of been boxing on Twitter as of lately, bro. Like,
I think I'm being pretty good, all things considered. Like, I don't really like. First of all, I know I don't have to apologize to Casual Avenger. I know he understands the situation, but like, there was one person that came out of that honestly, I know they were saying it like to get a reaction, but it's the first time I've ever been part of something when that happened, and it was like shocking to me. And I know you know what I'm talking about. I don't want to like
no,
bring
I
too
got
much
you.
attention to it. And that was gross. And like I think that's just like summarizes everything that's happening right now. Like it's just like so I know we're good casual, but like it bothered me. Like it bothered me seeing those words, knowing that like it was just some little pissant like saying it on the internet because he was trying to get a reaction, but like just like what those words mean. And sorry to take it so serious right away, Doom, but like
No, that's
it's
the
been
point.
bothering me all day. And I think part of the reason why I've kind of tried to like step back and not like what does it matter? Like honestly, I could tell you firsthand on Friday when this game comes out and people start playing it, they're gonna be like, "What was I crying about?" Like this is great, and like I'm not willing to like break any NDAs or anything, but like I feel even more confident about that now than I did when I left Montreal.
Nice.
And I'm gonna say it like that and leave it at that, okay? And we're not gonna revisit it. I'm confident that like if anybody has any issues with this game, it's not going to be performance or graphics, okay? Those things are great. Like I've got people still saying, "Oh, it looks like a mobile game. It looks like it could be a PS4 Pro game." I mean, not really, but yeah, sure. I guess any game could. It would be the highest scale PS4 Pro game ever made. All right. But like, there's plenty of games out there that do 30 frames per second at 4K. Plenty. Literally, like every TV show does it, you know? Like, I don't really understand. Like, somebody retweeted something where they said, or they retweeted what I wrote, and they said, I actually saw a streamer that said, um, that they're so used to 60 frames per second that their eyes just can't adjust to 30. Like, the human eye first of all, the human eye can barely differentiate the difference between 30 and 60 frames per second, and the human eye can't see past 60. Like, let's be real here, okay? Like, the amount of ridiculous things that have been coming out of people's mouth, it's like, alright, one thing I agree with is it is kinda lame that they waited this long to say that, you know? I think we all agree with that. Like, this is not something they should have been dropping on a Friday night the week before release. You know what I mean? Thanks, Joe.
Jay, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this on that note. We've all seen gameplay. Everybody who is interested in the game has seen gameplay. We've all seen the trailers. We've all seen the breakdowns. We've all seen it all. Nobody had anything to say about what the game looked like.
And
Nothing.
and that's the thing. Struggler Bry said something on Twitter yesterday morning, and I thought about it. I'm like, he was saying, "Oh, I don't something about performance." Or I'm like, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't. I didn't even think to look. You know, when I was playing the game, I didn't even like everything was great and I didn't even think to look at the settings because like it was beautiful. Like I'm telling you, the first time, so we've all seen that first mission where you go find Professor Langston and he's dead and you interrogate and then you walk out and you got the bat cycle, right? We've all seen that. That mission is the first mission of the game and then you go up into the belfry. The first time you walk out of the belfry, I literally put my controller down and was like, wow, this is gorgeous. I mean, honestly, like it looks great. It's gonna be fine. I've played a good amount of the game to know that I'm so excited, like so excited for Friday for everybody else to finally get onto this. You know what I mean? So
that's the whole reason I wanted to chop it up with you first, get you in here first, let you speak because you have hands-on experience with the game, and I'm not gonna ask you to compare it to any other game or anything like that. But if you were to rank Gotham Knights, what you played, what you experienced, 1 to 5, what would you rank it?
so far 4. Like I'm not saying it's a perfect game by any stretch of the imagination. What I've played of the game is mostly early level stuff. I think the level cap is 30, and when I fought Harley Quinn, I was a 16 with Batgirl, and that was a lot of fun because I had some powers unlocked and stuff like that. Like listen, they're not reinventing the wheel here. Like it's a Batman game. If you've played Arkham, you have a general understanding of what to expect. And it's just a fun game. You know what I mean? It's just like you're going to love it the same way that you loved Arkham Knight, the same way you loved Arkham City. Is it going to be better than Arkham City, which I think is the best of all of the games? I don't know. But like, I think you're going to really love the characters. And I think that like it's going to be a game that we go back to and enjoy. Maybe not on an Avengers level. I don't know that it has that staying power because I haven't played all the way through it yet, you know, and keep in mind that all the conversations are different based on who you play as. So like it's one of those rare occurrences where while you're playing the same game 4 times, there is something to playing the game 4 times because it's going to feel just a little bit different. You know what I mean?
I like that. I like that. And that's what a lot of games that have, you know, that multiplayer and story element don't have. They don't have the this story is going to be different from this story because you did that. I mean, what's it? Guardians did it a little bit, you know what I mean? Where if you know, make this decision or whatnot. Yeah. But I mean, I'm suspecting you'll still be having to make decisions and whatnot, and still it's going to be different with each character. So, like, you know, you might run through with Red Hood, and you have to make this decision with Red Hood this time. Next time, you could actually run it with him again and make a different decision and get a different outcome. So
I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
I didn't run into anything like that. But I will say that I've seen certain scenes multiple times with different characters, and it's kind of interesting to see how it's different. In my Batgirl video, my co-op video, Caboose and I traded because he did the Harley Quinn fight as Robin, and I did it as Batgirl. And at the end, there's like a little conversation as they're putting Harley Quinn in the squad car. And you can see at the end, he let me use his clip and I let him use mine. And you can see just the little differences in the dialogue and how it like makes a little bit of a difference. And from something else that I've played that I wasn't really allowed, there were parts that we did that they're like, yeah, don't record this, you know, and don't talk about it either. There was a scene that I saw that like the conversation is heavy and very directed at who you're playing, with who you're talking to. So it's going to be a very different scene depending on who you play as.
Well, okay. Well, let's get this show started, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Welcome to the show. We've got a whole bunch of people in the chat, from Cass to Divine Shine, Giant Smith, Pewter Holden, Who Cares is in the building, modding it up. Hoarder Gamer, who's actually going to be on the panel. Owner of Ashanti says to check your DM, Jay. Joe Derrite, Fax, what's good with it, Fax Medina? Man, we got a whole bunch of people. Slip Shock TV's in the building, Slayer's in the building. Okay. Tonight we are definitely going to be discussing more Gotham Knights with a larger panel, of course. Avengers, as always. A little bit of She-Hulk. Werewolf by Night, if we have time.
Ooh, and I'm spoilers. I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, seriously, you gotta watch that.
It's not like I went right. Can you believe I did that whole ass podcast last week, having just been to Montreal, and I was very good. I feel like I didn't give any hints, but last week I ended up going to New York for New York Comic Con, so that came out while we were there, and I've been playing catch up, plus other stuff, NDA, whatnot. Sorry.
Gotcha. No
so
worries,
yes, I have not heard that. You might want to that could be my scheduled kick.
I got you, boss. I got you. No worries at all. But I guess we may not be talking, because I'm looking at the chat. There's a lot of people saying they haven't seen it either, so we might just skip that. Okay, that works. Save it for another show. Definitely, let's go ahead and bring in a couple of the guests we've got waiting in the backstage. First up, we've got the annoyingly, oh my gosh, Squirrel Girl lover, of course. QKS Kitty. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Yes, indeed. And we've got the comic guru himself, which is, I'm actually happy he is on this panel, because he knows all about the Court of Owls as far as the comics go. So I'm wondering if any of that is going to be implemented in the story. And that is DSG's own Hoarder Gamer. What's good with it, boss?
Hello, everybody.
Yes, indeed. Well, we definitely gonna come back to this with a bigger panel, even though it's not gonna be a huge panel tonight. It's gonna be pretty small, but let's talk about 30 frames per second. Kitty, I know you're on PC, so it doesn't really bother you, but do you really think that that's an issue at all? Starting with you.
Well, first of all, let me cherish that for once I'm on PC and get something better than the consoles, you know. I still have to play Marvel's Avengers without Spider-Man, so I'm gonna cherish this. But to be fair, 30 FPS would not bother me. I played Marvel's Avengers and I streamed Marvel's Avengers at 30 FPS for several months. And I had people in my chat coming in and saying, "Oh, this looks so much smoother than on the consoles." And I was like, "Yeah, sure, it's 30 FPS, whatever." You know? Because people will not be able to tell a difference. As long as it's a constant 30 FPS, the issues arise if it starts to stutter and if it drops below the 30 FPS, but if it keeps constant 30 FPS, there's no issue.
I hear that. Hoarder Gamer, 30 FPS. Is that an issue for you, bro?
It's not an issue for me. You got to understand, no, I'm not really a PC gamer. So not until PS5 and Series X have I really seen a lot of 60 frame per second games. I do, however, agree that it's really late in the game for that to be revealed. I feel that is a fair criticism that can be levied, but it's definitely not a game over, man, for me. That's not I'm really much looking forward to this game, but I have seen some people go so far as to say they're canceling, show pictures of cancellation and stuff, and I think that's way too far. I also question how big of a fan you are of Batman or the Bat family if that is your decision, because I think everything I've seen looks really awesome so far.
How spoiled are we as a society when 30 frames per second is suddenly going to prevent you from playing 100-hour Batman family massive game?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't, whatever.
Spoiled
not my money.
Spoiled ain't the word, bro. But you know what? Guess who's entered the chat?
What's shaking, people? It's your boy Doomkiller HD. Sit back and relax. You are now rocking with the best. Put your hands together and rub slow.
To the Birdman, hands the Birdman, hands.
It's about to go down, act like you know.
To the Birdman, hands the Birdman, hands.
You know the motto, let the good times roll.
To the Birdman, hands the Birdman, hands.
Put your hands together and rub slow.
To the Birdman, hands the Birdman, hands.
Hello, humans. Bob Duck and Weave here. 30 Sadat 30 FPS, good sir. How you doing tonight, man?
What's up? Yeah, you need to fix my name on here. I officially changed my Twitter name to Sadat the 30 FPS.
My God. Bruh. Hold on, I got you too.
You got some outdated information, partner.
Well, you know you can fix that yourself, but it is what it is. I got you.
Yeah, here we go.
Yo, we got the other one in the building.
There
Let's switch these spots. So what's good with it, babe, bro?
My new bestie.
All right, we got a panel. 30 FPS. Sadat to 30 FPS. What you got for me? I know we just talked about this on a deeper level, but let's do it again.
Yeah, absolutely. People, just need to touch grass. That's what it comes down to. This is we often joke about first world problems, but this is the peak of first world problems. You're acting like this is a totalitarian government that's about to abduct your family and put you in a labor camp because you're losing 30 frames per second on your
you never missed in the front
on your $70 video game that mind you thought was awesome until you found out it was only going to be 30 FPS instead of 60.
Here's what I'm questioning, okay? And maybe because I went straight to New York Comic Con, I didn't like when the embargo dropped, I was literally driving there. Like, you got to watch my video before I did when it went live, you know? So was there much talk about like the graphics or the stability of the game or anything in anybody's preview videos, in anybody's preview articles? Did anybody complain that it looked bad? Because I don't think I saw it.
Mm-mm.
And like after we were done playing, and when we were out of the studio and by ourselves, like Caboose and Uncaged and I, we were talking about a little bit, and like I don't think they noticed anything. I mean, I haven't gotten like thorough with them. So like I feel like all these people that they let play the game, because they had something in Burbank for like the California creators, and then they did stuff on Parsec. And I saw like Skill Up today, somebody like tagged me in one of his tweets, and it seemed like he was like trying to show throw shade at like his gameplay session. And I don't know what he did, but he was also saying that everybody played on PC, which not true. I played on PS5. Literally saw the PS5 right next to me and thought of Sadat the Gamer.
As you should.
Babe, bro, it's 30 FPS for Gotham Knights going to be an issue for you, good sir?
I'm sure everybody saw my Twitter. I don't. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. At one point, I was like, "Oh, like, let me look," because you don't want to seem ignorant. Like, I don't want to speak before I know what I'm talking about. So I started to just look at the stuff, and I was looking at the footage that I had already seen, and I don't think it's gonna. So what am I gonna? And I had to think of, and I'm sorry to compare it to. Do I want a beautiful game, gorgeous game that is lacking content and struggling to give me what I need, as opposed to a game that can just patch that? I think that it's bigger than people are making it. They can just patch frames, right? They can. Is that impossible?
No, Avengers did
done
it.
that.
Avengers did it.
I don't even want to use them as an example. Notice I didn't say.
I'm just saying
but
they did it. It didn't come out at 60 FPS performance mode. That was an upgrade. You know what I mean? That came out with
Okay, so 60 frames per second can be patched into a game.
I definitely think they could do a 1080p without the ray tracing reflections. Yes, that I definitely
I heard it already has ray tracing, right?
Yes.
So I don't know. I just think I rather have a problem with this than we're 2 years down the line and we're still playing the same.
The game is complete when it comes out and it's replayable. Then a month later, guess what? We got more content. Like, dude.
But my whole thing is that even if we don't have more content, I think what people need to understand, like while everybody's talking about these 30 frames per second, I just picked up my physical copy of Shredder's Revenge. Like there's so much shit to play. Like I can't find myself just focused on Gotham Knights. And then these people that are coming at people for buying these games, listen. You're going to run up on the wrong one. You are going to run up on the wrong person. Let me buy what I want to buy. My cousin who's 43 just bought a whole Knight Rider car like this and it cost him $500. Let people do what they want to do with their money. You can enlighten me to whatever you want. It's 30 frames per second. It could have been 2 frames, bitch. I'm still buying it with my money. And this month I'm picking up Bayonetta 3. And then the voice actor's telling me to boycott the game. I'm sorry, sis. I love you, but I'm buying the game. Like, I'm going to buy what I want to buy with my money. That doesn't mean that I'm not supporting the cause. You can't just put people in this bucket because they bought something. Maybe they just want to buy it. Maybe they like it. I want to play as Batgirl. It could have been an all Batgirl game and I would have bought it.
Almost was.
I'd have copped it. I would have copped it.
Batgirl was the first character they designed for the entire game.
Is that why her kit is so fire?
That's exactly how it came up in the conversation, as we discussed on the After Show podcast last night.
And on my YouTube channel, in my Batgirl, how to spend your skill points on her when you get her in the game.
Yeah.
Well, picture this. I'd like to just hit y'all with another fun fact from Sadat the Gamer. He posted this yesterday, and I said this on a deeper level. Fun fact. If you don't like something, you're not required to personally track down everyone who does and tell them about it. I love that. That's like my favorite move right now.
From buying it. Like, don't you?
Yo.
You know? I remember when I posted that I pre-ordered Last of Us Part 1. Oh, you're buying a game that doesn't even have new mechanics. Get the fuck out of my message before I break you down yesterday. Leave me alone. The Last of Us 2, they ruined it. Joel is there. I still want to buy it.
Hold on. I gotta show y'all this. This is killing me right now. Wait. Hold on. Dude, just talk. Somebody talk. I gotta show y'all this. I'm really about to cry laughing right now. Where is my share?
I'm scared of what you're about to show, though.
Oh my god. This is hilarious.
You be giving TMZ vibes. I'm nervous.
Bruh. Okay, the homie J Coon Prime just sent me something in my DM. He was like, yo, I'm cosplaying Jay Shockblast. What do you think?
Oh God. Wow, my brother from another mother. Dude, if he fills out the rest,
bro,
if he fills out the rest, we are literally brothers,
bro. I'm so dead right now.
Holy,
bro. I'm like,
did he like
that there for a second?
With the weird beard? I was so confused.
Bro.
We're the whitest people alive,
bro.
That's great. I love it.
That's perfect.
Dude, like
Tennessee just beat Alabama.
Oh God. Okay.
Wait. Can we get a moment? Is Cute Little Chaos Kitty? Is your name Cute Little?
30
Kitty,
FPS.
You have gotten petty. You're getting petty? What? I'm looking forward to 2023. Not just throwing shade in your username. It's a new day.
Me and Kitty are super petty today with our usernames.
Yeah, you're 30 FPS twins. I see that.
Oh my gosh.
That's my Twitter name right now officially. I changed it to
You guys know that 60 FPS was trending on Twitter?
It still is.
Yeah,
30 FPS was trending too.
That is crazy.
I would just like to announce for the first time in 16 years, the University of Tennessee has beat Alabama. Let's go.
Anyways,
Thank you.
You
Somebody got the counter up,
interrupted
right?
my football game. I'm just saying I needed to announce that.
No one cares about football.
God.
I care.
Oh my god. Okay. Next up, 4-player co-op heroic assault. Now, I gotta give my own bragging rights because last weekly wrap up, I called it was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen. Jay probably already knew it was coming. I don't know if he did or didn't. Did you actually know it was coming, Jay?
Mr. Don't talk to
no.
me about
We
code.
no.
You don't remember?
We honestly, yesterday was the first time I learned about 4-player co-op and 30 frames per second and no code. No idea. Like we have no idea whatsoever.
Like I said, though, I Doom Profit in the chat. Thank y'all very much. But anyways, I called it. I'm excited about it. J Shock Blast, you get to run with your subscribers in a 30-floor, maybe villain filled, could be villain filled extravaganza on the 29th of November. How you feeling about that, good sir?
I think it's dope. Like honestly, any content that's additional at no extra cost is a big dub for everybody, you know. Like even if this was something they had tried to get into the game, you know, at launch, like Cloning Labs, and you know, sorry, I had to go there. You know, like even if like it's extra, you know what I mean? Like how can you how can you be mad about that? Like,
oh, somebody's gonna be mad about it.
It's not going to be heroic assault in 60 FPS. So
well, there you go, right there.
I mean, you know, it's also optional, and you don't have to play it. Mm-hmm.
Cute little 30 FPS kitty, free 4-player heroic assault mission. What you thinking?
Well, first of all, I like it. You know, I just hope, in regards to Last Avengers Standing, they managed to pay all the enemies, that they show up on time and have bought all the floors, you know, that they don't suddenly vanish when you load into the next one. No, but seriously, I love content like that. It's great, and it's great that they announced it before release. I mean, it's already something to look forward to. What could we want more?
30 more frames, apparently.
Oh, I have those.
Oh, she's on.
Snap!
Got him.
Babe, bro, I see you, Brock, Key Arion, and Obliminal Gamer in a 4-player co-op heroic assault mission going hamburger. Is that something you looking forward to, my dude?
I was gonna get it. Like I said, Jay was like, it was gonna be a back. I was gonna get it regardless. I think some people, and I hate to say this, should have been born maybe in the 80s to know what it's like to play a game that's just a beautiful 1-player story that does not have to have more than that. Mm-hmm. I think that the demand that these people have is crazy. And I would have been okay with a 2-player co-op. To be quite honest, I've always felt like there was going to be 4-player. I just felt like they held back. Just like I feel there's going to be 60 frames per second. I feel like this is just like people are doing the most for something that's going to be like, we released the patch. And then y'all still going to be complaining, oh my God, the hair looks too stiff. And now it's always going to be something. So either way, I was going to get the game, whether it was 2-player, 3-player, or 4-player. If we're getting 4-player, good. I'm actually happy that we have more than 3 different villains and different people in the game to encounter. The lore, the story, like I'm really for that. I don't care about anything else.
Next week on Dragon Ball Z. Oh my God, boy, you wide open, bruh. Come on, man.
Hey.
Gamer. No, I'm not talking to you no more. You get out of here. Horny Gamer. Your squad, you got some Legion of Valiant people you running with or something like that. You know what I mean? You got 4 people. You think you got Robin, you got Batgirl, you got Red Hood, you got Nightwing. Y'all going into this, man. How you feeling about that, bro? Is that something that
I think it's awesome. I love the fact that it's 30 floors. And I'm going to be quoting a few tweets. Jeff Eleanor at Warner Brothers Montreal, his quote on that tweet about this part of the game, cooking up stuff for y'all. Now, based on that wording, it makes it seem like this is not a one-off. There could be other things in the future. So that seems to me that's interesting wording and exciting. But I think this itself is going to be really cool, and I look forward to running this multiple times.
I can never not hear his name and think about meeting him at dinner. So we went to dinner like the night before playing the game, and I obviously recognized him from Twitter. So he was sitting at the end of the table. I didn't really get a chance to talk to him much until we were wrapping up, and I just went over to introduce myself. He's a tall guy. He's like 6'3" or so, and I just walked him like, "Hey man, you're Jeff, right?" He's like, "Yep." Like very like monotone, very serious. And I'm like, "Oh well, I'm Jay." He's like, "I know who you are." Like just like that. And I'm like, "Oh, cool." And he's like, "It's like I know who all of you guys are. We love your stuff." And it was just like he was like so serious. So like anytime I hear his name, like I just instantly think of like how serious he was in that situation. It was pretty funny. Anyway, sorry, I had to interject there.
No problem. And Patrick's actually followed me on Twitter, and I'm trying to entertain Jeff and get that follow. I don't think I'll be able to do it now. So
he doesn't know you.
I'm not very serious. I'm not very serious at all. So
Patrick's awesome too. Like he is. When we got there in the morning, he did a presentation for us, and it was funny because like he's giving the presentation to me, Uncaged, and Caboose, like three people that have covered the game extensively. And at one point, like very early in, he's like, "Why do I feel like I'm boring you? Like I'm used to giving this presentation to like sponsors." Oh my god. Like sponsors and partners and media that aren't necessarily as intertwined with this. But yeah, he was super nice. He actually told a story about you remember that famous Nightwing and Red Hood gameplay trailer, the first gameplay trailer they showed off, and everybody's like, "Oh, this is so bad. The guy playing it is so bad." So like I met that guy. That guy like literally stood over my shoulder while I was watching, and we talked. Like we did at one point talk about that with Patrick, and Patrick's like, that was my decision. Okay. Like I told him, take a hit. Okay. Show them what this is like. It wasn't meant to be like, look at me, I'm MLG pro gamer. It was meant to be like a realistic look at what combat could be,
sure.
And how you recover. And the purpose of it was to set up that team up move. And the team up moves are pretty cool. I had a co-op partner.
Paul, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Is that why you think that they're doing the 30 FPS? Because remember, Avengers said to do a team up takedown, it would have to be the same type of.
Maybe. I'm not going to speak ignorantly about any of that because I honestly don't know. That's a good question. But I will say the team up takedowns are pretty cool. I definitely thought they were pretty dope. But yeah, man, like he like honestly, all the people there, and yeah, I will absolutely say that it's easier for me having met them all as human beings and knowing how hard they worked on this game
and
knowing
have
how much
received a lot of Canadian money in exchange.
Duffel bag full of Canadian funny money.
Of course.
Like I don't know if you see it, literally looks like Monopoly money. It's like honestly,
a lot of loonies as they call them up there.
Yeah. Like
I
sleep very comfortably on it. It's like a pillow.
Not Queen Elizabeth.
Oh, wow. Anyway, I already lost my train of thought. Thanks to that.
That's your co-host, though. That's your co-host, bro.
Yeah. Well, he does this to me on the regular, but yeah, I don't know. But like having met them all like as people, it does change your perspective a little bit. And maybe I'm a little bit more understanding because of it. Maybe I'm a little bit more patient because of it. And I'm okay with that. It's certainly not because I got paid $0 to do any of this. Like I was very privileged and very fortunate to even be there. There's only 3 content creators there. And trust me, that's not lost on me. I was there because they believed in what I could do and stuff like that. But like, I'm honest. I've said up front that, you know, waiting to announce this on a Friday night before a weekend, the week before the game comes out, bad call, bad move. Probably shouldn't have done it. But like, they worked really hard on this game, and like, I've been to other studios before. This was very different because when we were doing our gameplay session, usually what happens is like for Mortal Kombat, they brought us to like this separate place where they had everything set up, and we just sat at a computer or video console and just played and recorded, and that was it. It was very sterile. Same thing when I went to Behavior Interactive. It was very, very informal. It just, you know, we're at a station and we played it. Same thing with Lego DC Supervillains. And then one of the times we went out for Mortal Kombat, it was literally just in a hotel room. But this was like in their office, and like at least 20 to 30 devs hovering around all of us. And like, I'm sitting here doing something, I get a nudge on the shoulder, hey, do this, you know, hey, do this, it's a little bit better if you do that, you know, like from the people that made the game. So yeah, it's a special game to me. Like, and I don't, everything that I say I mean. Like, I did not think about graphics or performance at all in my gameplay, and I thought I was playing at whatever the best of the best was. So like, I'm not saying that because anybody told me to, or I have any objective to do so. I'm doing it because that's what I believe, and I feel like I have established myself in 12 years of being a content creator, of being honest and fair. I feel like I am. So I don't know. That's what I have to say about all that.
Before I let you answer to that about the heroic assault, I'm gonna have to steal your intro and bring on the man himself. I'm sorry, I gotta steal your intro, bro. Sorry.
What's shaking, people? It's your boy Doom Killer HD. Sit back and relax. You are now rocking with the best. Put your hands together and rub slow.
To the Birdman, hands the Birdman, hands.
It's about to go down, act like you know.
To the Birdman, hands the Birdman, hands.
You know the motto, let the good times roll.
To the Birdman, hands the Birdman, hands.
Put your hands together and rub slow.
To the Birdman, hands the Birdman, hands.
Well, hello, good sir. How you doing down there, bro? Like,
hey. Okay. First thing. Hey, everybody. First things first. Does my mic sound okay?
Perfect.
Like volume. Is it good?
Yeah.
You golden.
Yeah,
Okay,
golden.
because my mic
What the
always
hell?
gives me hell in StreamYard. My mic is not. It's a problem in StreamYard. Hello.
Why doesn't Miller have his own custom intro, Doom? What the hell you doing?
Yes,
Man,
please.
I'm literally working on J Shot Glasses intro. I'm working on a song for Casual Adventure, bro. Give me some time, bro.
I don't need. Jay doesn't need anything. He has enough.
That's fair.
Oh my god.
I have
Level
I
up
don't
or
know.
something.
I don't even know
Jeez.
what to flex about first. Anyway, Miller's here.
Side note, if you buy the physical version of Shredder's Revenge, you get a coupon for a free pizza, and it gives you a bunch of like these stickers to put. They didn't pay me for anything, but you get a free pizza.
I'm good with pizza. I like pizza. Birdman, Mr. Sadata 30 FPS. You running with your crew? I mean, you got Genius Button, Aqua. Who's the other one that you like to run with? I don't even remember his name, but you got your little crew. Y'all hype for, you know, the 4-player co-op heroic assault, or is that just something that is going to be in the background for you?
Oh, it's definitely something. Like I was hoping that I could squeeze at least a month of content out of just the base Gotham Knights, and now I'm literally getting another DLC after the game comes out. I was like, I was assuming, okay, well, Gotham Knights going to have it for, you know, the first 9 days or so, and maybe a little into November, then maybe Avengers, Winter Soldier. Now I have the excuse not to even play the Avengers at all. We just do her.
Literally, you can run the 30th floor with multiple different characters, multiple different people playing with on a stream, and I think that would be more than entertaining. You know what I mean?
You can make different builds for your characters. I'm definitely going to try to solo the whole thing with Batgirl. You know, it's a lot you can do. And the most impressive thing to me, you know, as an Avengers player, is a release date. not soon. Not a release month.
What if we get a roadmap after this?
Oh my god. Not a blog, a road, an actual roadmap, not an update blog. That
I forgot that those things even existed.
Not a 404 error not found blog when you click on it. like an actual roadmap. An actual roadmap.
Roadmap?
Yo, it's a new day. Even Cyberpunk made a comeback. Gotcha.
Anything. Well, Miller. I'm sure Miller have more to say about 2.7. But
no, and I'm not talking about the A game either.
Mr. Miller, I got a couple of questions for you as far as Gotham Knights is concerned. 30 FPS, is it a bothersome? You on PC? That don't even affect you at all.
Like, I mean, think about it this way. Like, The Legend of Zelda, like Ocarina of Time, is one of the greatest games of all time, and it ran at like 20 FPS, and I mean consistently. Like, but that's not to say that that's good. My point is just like we've decided a long time ago that like we don't care. So that's always something that bothered me. Like how do I explain it? Like games are more responsive at higher frame rates, period. We're independent of how you perceive them. And it's always been an issue for me playing console games with like really unstable performance as a result. So I'm glad that people have decided suddenly that this is something they care about because they've historically never cared. But as far as like, does that reflect the quality of the game itself? Not really. It's just a creative choice from them. Like, meh.
Okay.
And the crowd goes wild.
For real. 4-player co-op heroic itself. Do you even game with other folks like that? You know, do you do the whole co-op thing, Miller?
I like a good co-op game. I mean, I like all games. Games are fun, you know. I like the good games. Like my Gotham Knights has never like. I think it looks good. I just don't think that it's sold me on like $100. You know what I mean? That's my take on it. It's like,
oh, Canadian pricing, yeah.
Not only that, but it's like if I bought every game, I'd be broke. Like I have to make every gamer has said this month 10 times I'm not buying that game. You know what I mean? Like period. Like there's a lot of games out there. Can't buy them all, can't play them all. And I just don't think it sold me on $100. I mean, when a year from now, I'll buy it probably, and I'll probably have a great time. But I can't play every game, unfortunately.
Ain't nobody mad at that.
And here's the thing: like we are literally about to go into the biggest sales season of the year. Like nobody said you have to buy Gotham Knights or any other game day one. Give it a few weeks, get it on Black Friday, get it on a discount. Like honestly, like it'll be there when you're ready. I just don't. Yeah.
I hear you. All right. Next topic on this same subject: secret villains and heroes. Jay, I'm going to exclude you from this because I know you cannot talk about it just because of the info that you do have. So, I'll start with you, Q. Fuck, QK has 30 FPS.
Don't forget the 30. Yeah. Heavy on the 30, please.
Do you what secret villain or hero are you expecting or hoping to see in Gotham Knights?
Seriously, none. I just want to play Batgirl and have a great time.
He's so simple and I love it.
I mean, it's DC. What do I expect? Not much at all, because I'm not a huge DC fan.
Oh,
literally, when I look at this game, we get like 3 Robins, you know, and 1 Batgirl. That's
wow.
And 2 cakes.
Wow. Oh,
yeah.
My stomach hurt.
but it looks great. It looks fun, and I'm gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna have a great time. And
just wait until they add the 5th playable character, Mephisto.
Wow.
Oh, that's Sacha Baron Cohen, I heard.
Babe, bro, secret hero or villain or whatever, which one you like. Who are you expecting or hoping to pop through in this game?
Villain wise, I would really, really, really want to see Poison Ivy. I'm not gonna include Catwoman because I would love for Catwoman to be included in like some DLC and be playable. But I would really want to see Poison Ivy. Some way or somehow, because she would take advantage of him being gone.
I can see that. I can see that. Hoarder Gamer, villain, hero. What would you like?
So, you know that awesome picture where they show like the 3 main members of the court with the masks and everything? I think I have an idea who they are. So my guess right now is Tommy Elliott, Astrid Arkham, and Jacob Kane. So there's a person with military medals, and I'm pretty sure that could be Jacob Kane, who is Kate Kane's father. Astrid Arkham is around the right age range, and it's the idea of going with those 5 families, excluding Wayne. And then Tommy Elliott, to me, we know about the Elliott Center, and he's one of the 5 families, Elliott. So I would not be surprised if those were the 3.
Look at Jay's face while he's talking, y'all.
Dude, like you don't even understand what I'm going through right now as a whole. So I'm like,
there's a name there that was mentioned that definitely rattled some gears, if you will. So I'm not like the theory. I don't know anything about. I did not see anything Court of Owls related when I played, but
remember, Jay, we don't announce things.
We don't. This ain't never mind.
Wait, I don't get that.
It's an Avengers thing, bro.
Didn't the book from the game like leak online? So like I thought everybody knew like everything in Gotham Knights already.
No, I've actually avoided spoilers. I was just basing it on
no. That's fair. That's fair. Like theorize, and that's cool. I just mean like, I sorry.
I didn't know the book was leaked.
Avoid.
Yeah.
If you're, they're everywhere. They're harsh too.
Sadaka 30 FPS. Villain or hero, or villain and hero you like to see thrown in the game?
Well, a villain. I'm definitely expecting to see something of the league, because they've already straight up said that Damian Wayne is involved in the story. So I would not be surprised if Mr. Ra's al Ghul had an appearance at some point in the game. I don't know how involved. And if you're doing a 30 floor in-game content, then you're definitely going to need some mobs to fill them, and some ninjas might be a good addition. Deathstroke, because he always pops up in Arkham and Batman in the Batman verse. So I'm always expecting to see him. But in terms of heroes or characters, I mean, I get super excited. I've gotten super excited with all the teases of like we got to see emails being sent from Wonder Woman and Superman, and we got, of course, the picture of Tim Drake and Superboy. I would just absolutely scream if they did like some kind of Teen Titans expansion. That would be absolutely amazing.
Like Sadat mentioned, ninjas, maybe some bat ninjas like Grant Morrison. There's a reason they wanted Kurt Langstrom's research. That's all I'm saying. And Kurt Langstrom is Man-Bat.
Miller, I know you're not super interested in it, but if you could throw a hero or villain in the game, who would that be?
See, if you had asked me that question before everything about the game that's been revealed has been revealed, I probably would have said Harley. Because I would have hoped for like a more out there take on the character, like further down the line story wise, like what than like a post Batman kind of Gotham. And seeing her brought to life like that, I'm like, okay, that's kind of what I would have hoped for.
They did a really good job with this Harley Quinn. Like I got to play like a lot of, like, that's what they had us play. It was a lot of her story, and I can only share a half hour of everything. So I did leave. I played like 2.5 hours. So that really left me lot on the chopping block. But one of the stories, because I met the casting director, and I have cool stories from her. But one of them was, I don't remember who they had play Harley Quinn, but it's somebody pretty popular that isn't known for Harley. And there's a scene where she's in her cell right before you go into that courtyard fight that everybody pretty much posted.
Mhm.
She like sucks in the helium from the balloon and then like starts talking. Like she did that all herself. Like no modifications. That was just her voice. Like she went there with it. And I don't know, like getting to hear like little details like that is, I think, really cool.
Well, I y'all know, I think it was week before last. I said I would like to see Rise in the game, and as far as heroes concerned, I wanted to see Starfire, just because of the relationship between Nightwing and herself. So that would be the two that I personally would like to see in the game. I don't know if they're going to be in the game or not, but shoot, I mean, you already got Connor Kent in Superman, at least mentioned. You know what I mean? You never know. You never know. I like to see an NPC of some of the people that we mentioned, or just even a conversation. World building is really big these days, especially because of the MCU. You know what I mean? So if they can do what Avengers failed to do, which is world build and make a literal universe for that game, as the more the merrier, as far as I'm concerned.
I feel like I can safely answer this question because you kind of took it a different direction. You turned it into who would you like to see, and I guess I can kind of answer that. As a hero, like I would love it if they did add like a fifth playable character. I would actually love it if it was Catwoman, because we got a little bit of that in Arkham Knight, I believe.
Yeah.
And I could just see her coming back, like, because her and Bruce are married in the comics now, unless that's already done. I would just love to see her come back as like just vengeful, and like her have this whole arc where she's just like out to murder everybody involved. You know what I mean? Like that'd be
Right,
kind
her
of cool.
husband's killed. You know, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, and kind of like I mean, I don't think they're married in this game, but still. And then you know, kind of like what Sadat said, I'm always down for Deathstroke. And when I was going through the colorways, there is a Deathstroke colorway, or Slade Wilson, if you will. There's also an Aquaman one, which I found kind of interesting.
that is actually interesting.
So
Aquaman confirmed.
Yeah.
Don't start that shit now.
Well, it says like
because you know it will happen.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Can I
heard it on the
ask
wrap
one
up,
thing,
so that
though?
said it, so it's confirmed.
J Shock Blast played it for 30 minutes. He knows.
Something to look forward to as far as this game is concerned. I know, like, even though I called it, it was still a surprise to me for them to announce the assault heroic assault mission or whatnot. I'm just wondering what else these folks have in store for us. You know what I mean? I don't expect you. You actually don't know at this point. So
I'll say this.
He knows. He knows some stuff.
I did ask them to clarify on the no microtransactions, because like you can interpret that a lot of ways. For me, like anything that is released post launch is technically a microtransaction. So if you look at like the deluxe edition and the collector's edition, there's no mention of a season pass or anything like that, which I kind of felt was strange, because normally if you're going to have expansions, you're going to have stuff like that. But I asked about it, and they said, you know, that they just meant no loot boxes, basically. And essentially, I think that we are going to see paid expansions, and I think we're definitely going to see other suits that you can buy. And if you remember, like Arkham Knight and Arkham City, they're like $2-3. They're not like expensive.
Right.
So.
That's a hell of a question, Allfather. Allfather asks, is there a possibility the Wonder Woman game is set in the same universe as Gotham Knights or the Arkhamverse? I would say Gotham Knights, because it seems like this is the direction they're going now. And
what about that other game coming with the Suicide Squad?
I would highly doubt it, honestly, just given the studios that are that are involved, it seems to be unlikely that
Those are the Shadow of Mordor people, right?
Yeah, Monolith.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I may, I remember hearing, like, when I broke the Kritsia Bajo She-Hulk story, I remember hearing that she was playing Renee Montoya in either Gotham Knights or Suicide Squad. But I swear I've heard both. Like, I mean, a common casting between both would be a sign that there's
That's what
something.
I'm saying too.
Yes.
You never know.
I have a
What was-
feeling that the Wonder Woman game is going to be more Themyscira based.
But it still can be in the same universe.
I guess. I mean, but like, where's the connection between Gotham and there? You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't. It's a good question.
We would have to see. Yeah.
But I
If
wouldn't
he's
want to
alive
see
in her game, then
I wouldn't want to see a Wonder Woman game in like a city. You know what I mean?
No, not in the. I mean, in the same universe don't mean in the same.
I know
area,
that.
bro.
I know that. But no man is going to Themyscira. You know what I mean? If the game is based there, it's going to be all women.
But she leaves Themyscira in her time. And
I understand that. I'm just saying, if I'm going to get a Wonder Woman game, I don't necessarily want to see her go into the city. You know, at least at the start. I mean, I would want to see more. You know,
of her island home. I get it.
Yeah.
Well, I'd expect a lot of Themyscira, but I think we could get like New York or something like that.
as a feminist, I want to see her go everywhere.
Metropolis, really.
The same way she beat Doomsday while these two men was over there arguing. Martha. Who's Martha? Martha. The whole movie, she's sitting there. Pop, beep, beep, pop, beep, beep. What are y'all doing? This movie should not be called Batman versus Superman. This should have been Wonder Woman the prequel. What are y'all talking about? Now she's fighting him for the whole movie. Y'all sitting arguing. Who's Martha? Don't say Martha.
Yo, it's time to talk about the one game that we all are literally here because of. I ain't gonna say here for, but we're here because of. And before we do that, just holler at my people over there at AIM Controllers. The links in the description, and there's a pinned tweet, a pinned post. So talk to them real quick.
What's shaking, people? It's your girl Spring. Sit back and relax. You are now rocking with the best. Have you checked out AIM Controllers? The absolute best controller in the game, from customization to branding and more. With a lifetime warranty, why not invest in something that's worth it? The best controller for the best deals. Make sure to use code DOOM at checkout. Links in the description. That's code DOOM for awesome discounts. This is your DSG brand ambassador, and you know the motto, let the good times roll.
Yo, we got to give a shout out real quick to Brandon from AIM Controllers. That man has been through some shit this week because God forbid you don't know who Amaranth is.
Oh God!
Did you guys see that?
No, I missed.
What happened?
Is it in the Discord?
No, it's all over the internet. So at TwitchCon,
no.
AIM Controllers had a booth, and Amaranth was live streaming as she was walking around. And she walks up to the AIM Controllers booth, and Brandon, who's the partner manager for AIM Controllers and the person I met at PAX East that got us all linked up with them, like, he's in the video and he doesn't know who she is. And she's like, "Oh, I'm a Twitch streamer. I'm Amaranth." He's like, "Oh, what's your CCV?" She's like, "I don't know, like 20,000." But like, somebody like posted a video and it went like on Twitter, it went like super viral.
Oh no.
And like how dare he not know who Amaranth is? How are you a brand manager and you don't know who the biggest streamer on the platform is? I'm like, she's a titty streamer in a hot tub, okay? He concentrates on video games. Like,
What?
I'm sorry, I only know who Amaranth is because of all the thirsty dudes that I know that like apparently watch her.
Speak for yourself, Jay. I know Amaranth from Overwatch.
Okay.
I don't even know who that is.
I don't
Really?
And High Ruler.
I'm sorry.
No, I know Hyrule to be
You know her if you saw her.
Amaranth
You know her if you
alive,
saw
but
her.
I don't think I've ever seen the person before. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, so it's like so shout outs to Brandon, because I don't know, like, he went through those responses and I couldn't do what he did. He's a better man than me. Like, he was like killing them with kindness.
Jay would be going off.
Yeah, I'd be like, well, I have my demon time moments, all right, but like, I can be pretty nice too.
Mostly demon time. Demon time.
Usually when no one's looking. So anyway.
Marvel's Avengers, guys.
All right.
Can we let Marvel's Avengers be what it is?
Dead
It's
game.
a skeleton crew.
Oh,
It's not going to be the game that you want it to be. It is the game that it is.
Correct.
Well, it's not the game that it wants to be.
oh.
Or that the developers wanted it to be.
It's just, but it can't be. It can't be. So can we
It's
just
not-
all
it's not that
acknowledge
it-
that?
It's not that it can't be. It's that
No,
it
it can't.
won't be.
It can't be,
Like,
bro.
there's nothing. I mean, like I'm sure this conversation is going to go to like the cyberpunks and the no Man's Skies of it all, and it's like those didn't just like get better. You know what I mean? Like people just woke up and they're like, actually, I changed my mind. Like, like it takes investment. It takes a lot of investment, and they won't. That's the issue.
Okay.
It's not can't, and I feel so bad even hearing that, because it's like, man, like it could, it could.
You're not getting me with. Don't give me hope. I'm gonna hit you with that hard.
No,
Don't give me
not
hope.
in
He's
like
not giving you hope.
not in a
Definitely not
probability
giving you hope.
sense, but in just like a possibility sense, and not probable, but possible.
Right. Jake Shot Blast. Are you at the point where you're going to let Avengers be what it is?
I mean, I've been at that point since like 780 days ago. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not beholden to that game. I like the game. It's always going to be one of my favorite games of all time, no doubt about it. But like, it's always been what it is. Like they dangled the carrot for a long time, but like, I'm like we talked about this a little bit last night. Yeah, it was last night, right? Yeah, last night. Wait, no, the night before, Friday night. Anyway,
That's last night, Jay.
That's last night, old man.
Today's Saturday.
Today's Saturday, boomer.
I don't know. It all just kind of blends together at this point.
Wait, I thought today was Friday. Oh
No,
my!
today's Saturday. Yeah.
All right.
Saturday.
So last night we talked about it a bit, and my feelings is this: like, I'm ready for them. I would rather them put their time and effort into starting a new game, and something in the Marvel universe. Have Daddy Embracer go get that Marvel license, start over fresh, okay? Because all the people that made that game are gone. All right, what's left is like a ragtag crew that's doing the best they can with what they have, and I think they have some good ideas. And I think that if they were there from the start, a lot of things would have been different. But like, I would love to see them, and I've said this a few times, but I'd love to see them pull a Destiny 2 where this is Destiny 1, and then they take everything that they learned, and you take everything that you acquired, and you bring it with you to Marvel's whatever. You know what I mean? And it's obviously can't be Avengers because you're bringing these characters with you. So you're going to want something where there's all new characters that you can acquire and stuff like that. And just start fresh from scratch, where what you did in the first game matters. And maybe you can even go back and still do that stuff. But the new is the new game. You know what I mean? And they could do all the things they wanted to do, but because they're starting from scratch, it like is possible. Because for them to do that now, they just can't. Like there's not enough people, there's not enough skins that they can sell that's gonna like make this worth it. So how do they recover? Especially like Sadat said last night, they're giving away the content that we all want. So like at some point, massive changes have to happen, or just start over. And there's no shame in that. You know what I mean?
Kitty, 30 FPS, cute little. Are you at the point where you're gonna let Avengers just be what it is?
I always was, basically. I mean, I had a great time when the game came out. Of course, my hopes were still there that it would evolve into something even bigger. It didn't, but I had my hundreds of hours of fun, and whenever I boot it up, I still have fun. I don't boot it up as much anymore, but that's fine. I got new games coming out next week. I got another Marvel game coming out in December. It's my time will be occupied with other stuff anyway. And I gotta be honest, if I look at the community as a whole, not the people on the panel, obviously, but Marvel's Avengers might not have been the game we wanted, but it was definitely the game the community deserved. The community did not deserve better.
Damn. Okay. Damn.
That is a take, and I actually don't hate it. Like,
damn. Damn. That's all I got for you on that one. I was not expecting that. Oh God.
I definitely hate it.
All right. Babe. God, I'm scared to even ask this dude. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Fate Walker.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, Fate Walker.
Oh, babe, bro. How you doing, Fate? Welcome to the stream, my dude. I don't know where you were for like 20 minutes, but we held your spot for you, bro. We held your spot. Babe, bro.
What hurts me most about Avengers, and I mean, I'm not gonna say it hurts me, but it bothered me because, as you can wait, I was gonna show you guys this. All these games here, I bought on launch. Look, these are all PS5 games. I haven't invested more than 10 minutes in either one of them. Like, because I play so many games. And but what I try to do is, I remember this quote, I forgot what developer said it, that if you don't buy my game during launch, don't wait for it to go on sale and then beg for a sequel. I don't know who was it that said that. It was one of those developers that did these games that people started begging for a sequel. What game was that?
I don't know. That's
like people were petitioning. No, the game was it's really big. It's for PlayStation.
Days Gone.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
The guy on the motorcycle. So they were begging those people for a sequel. The game got really big, like after once it was on sale, and the developer had said, "Listen, don't ask for no damn sequel now because y'all didn't support it." And I don't know why myself that kind of stung, and I understood it because it's like, damn, it's true. Like, and don't get me wrong, whoever can't buy it can't buy it. Like, if you want to wait for it on sale, that's fine. But like even this game, I don't think I haven't touched this. I haven't, and I'm sure it's amazing. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like this, I haven't touched this, and I'm sure it's amazing. Like
I bought Sackboy at launch for the little like beanbag Sackboy and the Jin Sakai skin. Played it for an hour, never played it again.
See what I'm saying? But I'm sure the game got good, and then this too. Like, it has a season pass and everything. So what I'm saying is I try to support games, and with Avengers, I did the same thing. I bought the deluxe edition. Then I saw myself, I was the sucker, paid money for the recolors before y'all got them with the unit. I paid money because I saw it as, I was so traumatized from Marvel Heroes that I was like, oh my God, like, I don't want this game to go nowhere. Like, I want to support it. I want it to be here for years. I want them to announce a million other expansions, and I want everybody to come here as far as next-gen Marvel experience is concerned. And it didn't turn into that. It turned into where now I can't even say nothing bad on the internet, with all due respect to all the devs, because if I say I don't like something about the game, it's, oh, you're being disrespectful, or because people are sending death threats to devs and stuff. So now I'm in the bucket. I can't say shit about the game that I spent all this damn money on because you motherfuckers don't know how to be sane and send people threats over a game and think that you really can send threats to somebody who made a game. Like, that's crazy. So my experience with it has been quite toxic. It is not very, the Marvel's Avengers community, starting with you know who, that his name start with a C. I ain't gonna say nothing because I'd have roasted his ass so bad that he's like, because I will break you down, sir.
I am here for this.
You know what is Mr. Physical Offender, Mr. Crazy, that want to go under every female character's post in every game, because I have found him in different communities and he complains about ass and titties in every game because he don't get none in real life. So let's move forward. And like I said, the game has brought the worst out of people. I see people arguing about the littlest things, and it never went anywhere. Thank God for this man down there doing what he was doing, even if it doesn't come to fruition. No, for real, because that's the only thing that has kept it alive. Because I'll be damned. I said to somebody the other day, happy 2-year anniversary. Like, What are you doing playing this at the 2? And so now that's kicking a dead horse. And I think Lejeune tweeted about it too. Like, it's like at this point, we need to stop attacking the people that are still trying to keep it alive. And if you don't want to play it, whoever's playing, whoever's taking pictures of it, sis,
you know
like
what?
it, I love it. Like, I'm not playing it.
Let me change this damn question
we're
because y'all are
forgetting to
eating this
mention God of
question
War.
up.
No,
This question
God
is
of War
not
in
for this
November.
panel. This
God
question
of
is
War
not for
is
this
coming too.
panel.
Bye. The Christmas is taken.
Look, picture this. New question. And I'm gonna start from the bottom with Fate Walker because good lord, y'all are killing that question. Do you think Avengers should go free to play with paid DLC? Fate Walker.
Yes. I'm sorry.
Miller's like hell.
I'm gonna grab a drink so I don't interrupt.
No, you're good.
You're fine. You're fine. You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't have everything set up. I was rushing to get here. Should go free to play
with paid DLC.
I think the campaign should be paid. I'm totally down for everything else to be free to play. I think the campaign should at least be somewhat paid. I do believe that paid DLC and for everybody who's going to try to go, but they said that we paid DLC. Ignore it. Like, guys, they need to be able to go to Embracer and go, look, we need headcount because we are going to make money by making content, not skins. And because of that, we need to be able to produce good content. So we need more people to do this. And we're going to charge for it. And people are going to buy it. Because Fate Walker said he's going to buy it. So he's going to keep exploding. 100% would buy it. I would love for them. I don't think they would ever be able to make a decent, as much as I would love for it. I don't think they'd make a business case to start over new like Jay would want it to do. Because I'd love for them to start over new with Unreal 5. And if Miller's here. Oh, Miller's here. I didn't know. I made a horrible statement in his chat, and I kind of sort of still stand by it. I think if a company, I think if a company like MiHoYo, who makes Genshin Impacts, get a hold of the Marvel IP and makes a game like Genshin Impact, but in the Marvel universe, they're releasing content every 5 weeks, and I'm not talking about a small amount of content. I am struggling to maintain content on this game.
Damn.
And I have spent less in Genshin Impact than I have in Marvel Avengers.
Damn.
Have a round of applause, please. I can vouch for it because I play it. I'm talking about content dump like this.
Yeah, it would suck. It would 100% suck that everybody would not be able to play all Marvel characters. 100%, I would hate it, but I would be loving the story. Because right now, the only thing that I have going for me right now is Alex's gear. Because after No Rest for the Wicked, I'm sure they put in a lot of effort into it, but the story has just gone. Ever since they brought in the multiverse, the story's just gone. I'm hoping they can figure out a way to bring it all back, but right now, all that entices me to come back right now is hopefully watching your Secret Wars, assuming that you don't transition that to some kind of Gotham Knights 4-player co-op Secret Wars, which makes sense. I'm pretty sure you could probably reach out to them and might get something back from them also.
Look at Doom's face.
Hoarder Gamer.
Yes.
Marvel's Avengers go free to play with paid DLC.
I kicked myself.
Yes, you did. I saw that.
I sat there and watched just to see your reaction, and it was worth it.
Oh, whatever.
Definitely. So right now, I honestly think that fans would have understood a year after we got, free content and everything. So like this would have been 2021 September if they were like, okay, at this point, we need to start charging. We're going to be having more people employed. We're going to be adding all these awesome things to the game, but we're going to have to start charging. I think at that point, people would have understood with what the situation was before they even, decided to do that. They definitely need an influx of cash. And I agree with Fate that they should definitely have the story stuff. As you mentioned, Genshin Impact, that game is insane. So what he's talking about is, oh, here's like a 6 to 8 hour campaign with voice acting, a new area to explore, and everything like that. Plus, that area you explore has new dungeons to look at. That's going to have like dailies that you do, and you're going to be playing like 20, 30 hours in that one area probably. Like, it's ridiculous the amount of content that game has.
Mr. Miller, free to play, paid DLC. What does the GOAT have to say about that?
We're clearly already going in that direction. Clearly. Like, the game, it really feels like the strategy, and this is a very Square Enix strategy in the first place. So who knows if the leadership change will move us in a different direction. But under Square Enix, we basically sold the game to every service that we could. And then once those deals have all run out, they're looking for additional income elsewhere. It's going to be in changing the monetization strategy of the game for sure, because it's not working. It hasn't been sustainable from the beginning. They've always been trying to supplant it with deals with fucking Butterfinger and all kinds of shit. So like, we need some, you know what I mean? Like, it needs to diversify a little bit. And I didn't mean for that to be a double entendre, but yeah, they need to switch it up. And part of that is going to be going free to play for sure. Come on, we've got eyeballs. Like, it's clearly like, I mean, if you turned on Marvel's Avengers tomorrow and it was free to play, like, it feels right, doesn't it? Like, I think selling the campaign makes sense, especially in the way that they've segmented it. You know what I mean? Like, how you approach it now is like, and it's kind of lucky that it turned out that way. But you can jump into the campaigns, or you can just jump right in and there's like, here's what you missed. Here you go. Like, if there's like a little button there that's like, oh, spend $10. You want to play the campaign? Like, it makes sense. And frankly, the game needs more butts and seats. Because like, we used to laugh at like the numbers and, oh, but PC was only like 2% of the total sales. And, the Xbox numbers were huge, like month 2 and blah, blah, blah. Like, that was 2 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's playing anymore. Like, let's face it, nobody's playing this game anymore. Nobody cares anymore. Like, they got to do something to switch it up, and it's not spending money. So like, it's going to have to be to take a bit of a hit and hope that those people put money in cosmetics.
I mean, the people who I think would have an issue with the game going free to play and paid DLC are the people who would have an issue with 30 FPS. So, you know what I mean? They're not real people. So not the 30 FPS. Free to play. I think I hit you with this on y'all podcast last night too. Free to play, paid DLC.
I mean, at this point, who really cares? I mean, it's been so obvious from launch. This should have been their model, because obviously it's like they set out to copy Destiny and then missed every detail about Destiny that actually mattered. And they've been like struggling and trying to do their best to basically not do what every smart developer in the live service genre has been doing for years. Like, it's so weird. Like, they if you look at this game, you would think that this was like the first live attempt at a live service looter of all time, and wasn't just the 80th. No. Like, there's literal blueprints, roadmaps, if you will, that you can follow to see how to see how you can
roadmap
structure this. So I mean, it's not rocket science. You make the game free to play to get a bunch of people in, and then you monetize them once they're in with overpriced cosmetics, emotes, an emote wheel to sell those emotes. Cool little additions like custom landings out of the Quinjet. Obviously paid DLC, monthly battle pass, individual characters. This is all characters on the battle pass separately from content. This is all very obvious stuff. I've been talking about it for years, and none of it has happened because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. Like, even if they're eventually, slowly, painfully transitioning to a free to play paid DLC model, I mean, let's hope if they take Miller's idea and start locking those campaigns behind a paywall, they actually update the game so they're not spoiling people of the whole story as soon as they click on the multiplayer portion of it, like what's been happening. Like, I guess I'll have to pay $10 now. I know the story.
It kills me. Like, we spent all this time. Like, we were talking about like criticism of the game. The common criticism is like, where's the content? And it's like, well, look at everything that we did in year 2. We did that, and so much of that is like the onboarding update. And it's like, I feel like that was all wasted time because all that we accomplished is like finding a new way to ruin the game for people. Like now there's like story missions that you can't get to without being spoiled as a new player. Like, it's not like, oh, if you click this one specific thing and there's a spoiler in here and it was a little sloppy, you just can't get to it without getting spoiled what's in it. Like, it's broken. Like,
you get, so obviously, should they do it? I mean, duh. But if they do it, are they going to mess it up? I mean, probably. It's Marvel's Avengers at this point. Unless Bracer brings in money and new people who have experience with live service games, they're not. I mean, they're not going to do anything. I mean, best case scenario, what they're going to charge $30 for an equivalent of War for Wakanda for Captain Marvel. So you're going to pay what $30 for 4 cutscenes instead of 2, and a motion comic. Like, what are we really expecting a Marvel's Avengers paid expansion to look like with the current team based on the precedent that they've actually set? Like, have they learned a lot? Like, they say they've learned so much from their mistakes, but have they really?
No, the real question is, who's they?
Yeah,
because like the lead creatives have all left. Like, the people that are there didn't learn anything because they weren't there for it.
Yeah, like we've been for 2 years. We've been telling them, hey, we want more multiplayer stuff to do, stuff that's replayable. We want the stuff to be more rewarding, and they're like, we hear you, communication, more rewards, and then they drop 2.6, which is another Monica villain sector with clones, and they take a step back because not only is that not hero bound like the other villain sectors, which they established in 2.3 as the new model going forward, they gave the worst loot set in the entire game, the hive mind gear, as the reward for it. So you pick one hero per week to run that villain sector with, and then you get your garbage hive mind gear, which you can get more of from the Mega Hive. Is like, and then you're done. It's like, what are they actually doing? And then when you ask them about it, even if you're in a creator Discord, they leave you on read for 6 days and don't say anything until it's time to sell a new skin. So it's like they've learned nothing. They don't take feedback. The people who do listen to feedback, like your AJ, they obviously have someone else to answer to, and whoever they answer to is like, yeah, we don't need that. We know what we're doing. Wow. And go Bears on Twitter. So who cares? So who really cares at this point? Like, maybe they'll go free to play. Maybe they'll shut it down. Maybe we won't even get Bucky. Who knows? Who cares? I'll be playing Gotham Knights.
Baby bro, how are you doing today? God damn, bro.
You know how I'm doing? I am cooking in the pits of hell with everybody in here because a couple of weeks ago I was the bad guy. I've always said this game was giving Thriller vibes. Michael Jackson, Everybody Dead. And let me tell you something. No. Because I'm not even going to cackle and be shady. Once I saw them two right here, feel that way a couple weeks ago. Nobody really caught on, but the vibe was very much this game. Why are we talking about this game? Like, I am very observant. And everybody on this panel, and now Sadat that mentioned the ideas that he wished would happen with the game. You know what game got all of those points? Overwatch 2. There's literally a Battle Pass bound character. There's PvE coming for free. They went free to play. Like, everybody is going free to play. And from my understanding, this game was on sale for less than a damn meal at McDonald's recently. For what, $2? They were selling it for the heroic. It's done. That's it. There's nothing you're gonna. And look, when I tell you that I've tried to support, I bought the Black Widow skin. Literally bought it logged out but something told me after that enough. Like I'm not buying anything anymore. I'm not buying anything anymore. I'm not putting any more money into this game. I know the future of the game is secured in some way or somehow because I feel bamboozled. Like, you're still dropping skins. You're still dropping stuff. What is going to happen with the skins when you pull the internet plug and I cannot play
bro
it no
feel
more?
disrespected because they dropped
No. Not my money, honey. Not my coin.
He said, "Oh, you dropped another skin."
That's not happening. You try to swindle me? You trying to swindle me? Square Enix, no. I know what y'all do down in Canal Street. I know what's up, mama. You're not gonna swindle me. I know what goes on. I know y'all know how to scam a bitch. You're not about to take my last coin with no skin and then shut down the game and I can't touch her no more. It's not gonna be me. You need to let me know what's gonna happen with the future of the game. Go free to play, and I will pay my $40. So this man could show up in the game. Can he please? Can we get, like, I don't care what I gotta do. I will spend my money on the expansion. But y'all are playing in my face.
He can definitely come into the game, and he will be right. He will have 90% of the same moves as Black Panther. So enjoy. And
I don't mind as long as I know that the game is going to last, and I'm gonna get other characters. But I don't know what the hell's gonna happen with this game. It's dead. It's dead. It's giving Count Chocula. It's done. Like, this game is finished. Whoever plays it, kudos to you. But nobody on my friends list, unless I request somebody or somebody has to run. I got a couple friends that still play it. Oh, can you run an Elite Hot? And it's like I have to roll a blunt. I have to make it's a process. Like, it is literally like pulling teeth. All right, log in. Now the game stutters. I don't know if anybody knows the music. To me, when you load it in, the whole load up screen, it stutters a little bit and then it continues. She goes through many things. And so
I didn't even notice. I never have the sound on anymore when I play the game.
No, and you probably don't even play it anymore. So like I said, even free to play, it has to go free to play. Or if not, it's done. And I'm scared because somebody said to me recently, oh, they have content through 2023. So did Anthem. And that plug.
Well, it didn't. To be fair, it didn't. Anthem. Anthem.
I already had a roadmap.
The problem with Anthem is that it's true though. Like, Anthem was a proposal. They were working on a proposal for more funding. And they declined the proposal. They were like, no, we're not going to make that. They hadn't made it. It wasn't like they're like, we're going to do XYZ. They were just like,
and look at Square. There's a new Square Enix game that just got shut down. It's barely a year old.
That's what I was going to talk about. I actually bought that at launch. Babylon Falls.
You bought that?
No, not that.
I bought that.
Another one. Miller tweeted about it. No.
Yeah, they actually.
I can't keep track of them all.
No.
There was another Final Fantasy. It was another
Q Chaos 30 FPS.
It was a Final Fantasy game, I remember.
Right, shut down. And it just came out.
Or in paid deal. I don't even know what the
damn. Gotta be honest, not the way to go for Avengers.
Oh, okay.
Because I would not pay for any DLC they would give me if it's a paid expansion. Have you looked at the quality of the content they put out, like in terms of bugs and all this stuff? No, I'm not going to pay for that.
Yeah, Yeah, no.
Gotta be honest.
No. We're saying paying for top quality content. Like
it would have to be good content to be paid.
They hire a lot more people and stuff.
Yeah, but
right, no, that's what she's like, no.
I don't think they can pull that off with the game engine now.
Are they going to hire? Are they going to hire Saber or Bungie? Who are they hiring to do this content?
Oh my God. They're not gonna. They're not gonna get that.
Expect
But
these questions to go this way.
I did direct a whole bunch of proletariat people over to CD. So hopefully, because Blizzard just fired a whole bunch of people after they acquired proletariat. So hopefully.
Now you're recruiting for the team. I'm done.
They think it,
oh my God, this is so sad.
You know what they're going to do as soon as they get the Crystal Dynamics? They're going to go right to Legacy of Kain. They ain't coming to Avengers.
But they need to start over, and reason number one for that is because they have to get rid of Square Enix.
Well, they did.
Simple as that. Square
They
Enix
did,
is
right?
it's still in the boat. If you look at the page, Play Avengers, Square Enix logo is still there. If you click on the support button, you're still going to Square Enix. If they want to try and sell me skins, it's still Square Enix
But
that
you
sends
can't
me
get
all
rid
the
of them,
emails.
then, right? You can't get rid of them.
I think right now they just have a deal that basically they continue as they did, and Square Enix might not get as much out of it anymore, but still something to like keep the lights on a little bit longer. Square Enix is still there.
You know what you need to get, Doom? That song, In the Arms of an Angel. It's so sad.
No, Jay Shot Glass, co-host for the night, bro. I'm sorry, yo.
I just want to start off by saying I'm so glad that Babe Bro and I are friends now. Because, like I think about this a lot lately. Like now that I actually get to like see him this way, and had I known then what I know now, I would have just said yes, sir. After the first tweet. Like, I'm so glad he is on my team now, and I'm on his team, even though he's wearing a Yankees hat. I just, man,
I can't. Dude.
I am never, ever getting on his bad side again, ever.
No, don't do that.
I'm saying that with love. All right, so, but yeah, I mean, like, isn't it basically free to play at this point anyway? I mean, it's on Xbox Game Pass, it's on PS Plus Pass or whatever they call that dumb shit.
It's called extra, Jay.
Extra.
No, you gotta pay for those things though. So
you have to have the service, but like, all right. So if you have Xbox, you have
no
Game
added
Pass.
cost.
Yeah, like if you have, and plus you get like all the currency and stuff too. Like I don't know, man. Like go full blown free to play. I mean, honestly, like look at every free to play game and what they're able to get away with. You know, I feel like we have this conversation all the time, like especially the mobile games, like Marvel Strike Force. I can log into that game right now, and I've got like at least $500 or $600 packages of bullshit, of like stuff that doesn't even matter.
Yeah,
like,
he ain't lying.
Like people are talking about, oh, I'm not gonna pay $80 for 30 frames per second. Just log on to any mobile game and pay $100 for like a 1-star version of Deathlock. You know what I mean? Like, oh great, Deathlock, yes. Or they just added Mr. Negative in Strike Force.
From Spider-Man?
Yeah. All right.
And where Marvel Strike Force?
Yeah, in Marvel Strike Force.
Yeah, big bro, like I got money for that.
I'm still trying to get Rogue, and they dig into my pockets because they're charging for little orbs to get her.
Oh, Rogue is like, first of all, Rogue is like one of the most overpowered characters in that game. She's also very complicated to get. But honestly, like, all right, let's look at multiverses. Love multiverses. All right, they just added Strike this week, but they also added a bunch of skins. And there's a Black Lantern Superman and Black Lantern Wonder Woman skin.
Expensive.
$20 each.
Yes.
And they do have their own voice actors and their own animations and stuff like that. But like $20, like I spent $40 all in one swoop. Like,
and you don't get currency in their battle pass.
That's what I
Yeah.
we let's hold off on multiverses for the end of this because I got some gripes with that game.
Well,
But,
they're sending me a package in the mail full of something, so I need to show
I
a
hope
little
it's
bit
some
for them.
galilium or whatever the hell that shit is. Boy,
I don't think it's gonna have Gleamium. Yeah.
Has everybody answered?
That's what I'm saying though. Like when you're a free to play game, you like get away with everything. All right. And the funny thing is, when you look at Avengers, all right, yeah, a lot of us paid $60 or $70. I got the collector's edition when it launched. Okay.
Deluxe, it cost me
But
$80.
like you got all the currency for what you paid back from the battle passes. So like in a way, it balances a little bit, but like at the end of the day, like people are complaining about $9 skins, you know what I mean? Like in $14 skins. And I get it. It's not cheap, but like that is the going price for that stuff, Log into Fortnite.
But that's it. But I didn't pay $70 to play Fortnite either. I got Fortnite for free. So a $20 skin, if I want that skin, that's reasonable.
All right, but what about Assassin's Creed?
I've never played it.
All right, well, Assassin's Creed has all that. Destiny, Destiny's free to play now. But a lot of people, I bought Destiny 1 and Destiny 2.
I bought Destiny 1 never again in my life.
So like there's plenty of games that do this and that are full price games. And again, in Marvel's Avengers, you got all of that currency back if you did the battle pass for what you spent on the game.
Right.
So like it is a little bit balanced, but like I don't know, man. Like I feel like they would get away with so much more. Like I look back to Marvel Heroes, I was spending like at least $100 a month on that game, easy. Like I bought all the cards, like the 72 packs of cards, so I get all my XP boosts. I had every character when they came out, like bought skins when they came out, and that game is free to play, and like I regret not buying the launch pack. Like I bought like just the Deadpool pack because I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it, believe it or not. And then ended up being one of the bigger games for me. So like, I don't know, man. All right. Anyway, I said my piece.
Winter Soldier Cloning Lab and the story going forward. Mr. Miller, let's bring you up to the co-captain seat, good sir. How you doing? How you doing, bro?
It's good. It's so hot in my room. I'm sorry. I really want to turn the AC on, but I'm like,
turn it on. I don't care about the sound in the background.
Hold on.
Go for it. Turn it on.
Turn it on.
One sec. It's so hot in here.
Pass me some popcorn, dude.
Hold on. I got you. I got you. But seriously, I hope y'all are ready for this because I'm kind of.
Let me turn my AC on.
You want some Avengers popcorn?
They switched it over to heat.
Some Avengers popcorn. I'm afraid it'll be a little underdeveloped.
No, it's like release day campaign, not any of the other stuff. No extra stuff added.
Oh, you can't even get butter with these. No
all.
salt. That salt is $14.99, sir.
You unlock salt. You unlock salt on the challenge card.
I'm done. I can't. Mr. Miller, how you?
Yeah, I would do that way.
You kind of went completely postal on Twitter the other day. It was a good read, but can you kind of just break down what we should expect for Winter Soldier Cloning Lab? That's kind of. I'm gonna just leave it at that because I'm scared.
Expect some very funny takes on Twitter.
Ooh.
Like,
Okay.
don't get me wrong. Like, I don't know. Like, Cloning Lab to me seems like a good example of that. Like, the mentality of like a lot of the lead creatives on Avengers right now of like, no, we're gonna do it right. Like, fuck what those guys did. Oh, they got it all wrong. We're gonna do this, and then they do like the same thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like really, like I'm not naming names, but like we remember somebody's like Twitter thread when they got hired that was like, I had a lot of very harsh words for them when I got in and and it was like, where'd that go? Like, It's just kind of the same. And like, I don't know, it's not that different. So Cloning Lab, there's a lot of changes. Like, as far as I understand, they've like changed at least the first puzzle. Like, I don't know too much. I learned a little more about how it ends. That's like all new. Like, I didn't hate it how it was. It just seems kind of like busy work, like changing it. Like, it doesn't seem like that much better than it was. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think it was that lacking. As far as Winter Soldier is concerned, I mean, I think now, who knows? Because I don't think people were as pissed about Jane Foster as they would have been if they didn't have 4 months to think about it first. But with Winter Soldier, I think if he just came out right now and I had never tweeted the other day, I think the reaction would be frankly quite negative.
Oh, well, see, that's another reason why I say you are. I don't understand why people like say you're bad for Avengers or bad for the community or anything like that. Because literally, what you just said was, I put this information out so people can buffer themselves, so they're not going in and once they get to touch Bucky Barnes, they're pissed off because they're playing Captain America / Black Widow and didn't know that's what they were getting. You know what I mean? Like, how is that bad? Now people know what they're getting. They're still excited for Bucky. Casual Avenger just did a poll, I think it was 2 days ago, asking people what they were more excited about: Winter Soldier, Gotham Knights, something else, or something else. And Winter Soldier was still the top freaking thing on there. So like how are you bad?
To be fair, all of Casual Avengers supporters are shills. So.
Well,
As
I
is
mean,
Casual Avenger.
Don't listen to him, Casual. I support you.
Wait, you like the biggest shit? No.
Chill.
No.
Chill.
Okay. Here's a shill take. Someone's gonna tweet out, if Bucky Barnes' story is tied behind the cloning labs, and you have to wait 9 weeks to get him to 175 to play the cloning labs with him,
you will.
Oh God!
I don't think that's the case.
Make him 175.
Well, you gotta be 175.
You gotta wait. Yeah, you have to wait.
No, but I mean, like,
why are we surprised? We talked about this last time. Wait a minute.
Unless they give him 175 gear, right?
Why would they do that? You still have to level him up, bro. You got to go from 0 to 150 to from 150 to.
And I asked behind the scenes. I asked a particular dev about this. It was trying to make the case that it would be better if people were able to play Winter Soldier and take them through cloning labs the first day. And let's just say the dev didn't agree.
That's the only thing I'm worried about, is if there's Bucky's plot and Bucky lines that are gated in, like, specifically for there, that helps you understand the cloning labs more. If that's at all in there, and you have to wait 9 weeks, that is worse than Destiny 2's Dreaming City. And I don't know if anybody lived through the Dreaming City drip content that we got, where it was like 5 weeks you had to log in and you get like 3 lines to find out eventually the big plot twist at the end of 5. And if you missed it, you've got to go through the next 5 weeks again to get to that ending.
I don't think it's going to be anything like. Honestly, I'm not even expecting really much story in cloning labs.
You're overestimating their narrative.
Not even like, I mean, look at what we got in 2.6. Like, I remember the Forbes article very clearly, and we were told that we were going to get story beats in the 2.6 and Cloning Lab that would set up the arrival of Winter Soldier. And I don't know about y'all, but I ain't seen many story beats.
Somebody said all we gonna get in Cloning Labs is Wakanda 10,000 Clone Zero.
So Miller, you said
it's going to be drop the cue, Monica.
You said there's going to be potential puzzles in the OLT.
Oh yeah, I mean, like, there was originally.
It was like 2 in the original.
But the whole reason they came up with the difference between an OLT and a raid is the raid has puzzles.
No. The OLT. No, I'll just tell you right now. The OLT is jargon that they made so that they don't have to say raid like. because raid like still gives the impression that like it's huge and it's big and hours.
Okay.
And so they're like, okay, we
okay.
can't say that, so let's
Fair.
come up with a fun little Marvel jargon thing. And that was Omega level threat.
Oh God.
Like
God.
internally, they're just called raid likes. It's raids and raid likes. That
Okay.
was the distinction.
I mean, great.
So
I
wait,
hope they're
is
fun puzzles.
is Rest for the Wicked considered raid like?
No.
Okay. That's just as
Don't you dare.
No, because
That
I was concerned. I was concerned.
that was fart like because it was so fast how quick it happened.
I remember Phil before he disappeared. Mentioned that like the raid has puzzles and the OLTs didn't, and that's what I picked up and kept in the back of my mind of okay, OLTs are going to be very straightforward, linear, get some plot, some story, and raids are going to have puzzles. So when they said that this,
to get into Cloning Lab originally was like there's like no explanation for what's happening, so you get there and there's these like two people have to go. I think it's like 2 or 3 people downstairs and then one up. So there's like you have to synchronize like standing on these pads, and then below you've got like waves coming and you have to keep them off, or like the one person gets electrocuted.
Miller, did you
and you
leak
have to
the
learn all
footage?
this on the fly. Pardon?
Didn't you leak it in a tweet when it first came out? Like
I
somebody
did
said,
find
"Yo,
like
footage."
I found video of it,
though.
but from when you got inside, I've seen everything leading up to that, but there's no video anymore. But I have seen all of Cloning Lab.
Okay.
I mean,
how long is it going to take somebody that's a seasoned player to get through it? You think?
Now I have no idea because I don't really I don't know the full extent of what's in it. I know what it was, but
you're talking about Cloning.
yeah, but now
there,
all I know is like the changes, at least in the beginning, seem to have like redone that puzzle. Like that one seems to be different.
Okay.
And the ending is completely different.
Well, yeah, they had to tie
More
Bucky in there, who
taskmaster.
wasn't even in the game.
No Abomination.
I'm a little bit more excited now.
Originally, too, it was like your performance in each of the puzzles had like a failure cap. Like you could fail them so many times and then you wiped. So if you like if you did very, very well, this was the original plan for Cloning Lab. If you did very well in each of the puzzles, you would get a maximum of 4 Abomination clones at the end. But it was a risk versus reward thing, because if you wiped, like you have to redo it. You know what I mean? So you get better rewards the more Abomination there were, but the more Abomination there are, the more likely you are to fail. So yeah, it was like a risk reward thing. But how many Abominations there were was like its own separate mechanic based on how well you did in each of the puzzles leading up to him.
I would like that.
Well, that's gone now, so you can kiss that goodbye.
Cute Chaos Kitty, are you even looking forward to Bucky Barnes' Cloning Lab, or are you just like you moved on and that's dead game to you?
No, I'm not really looking forward to that because obviously I don't have a 175 character yet, and since I don't know if they speed up the way to get there, I don't really care about that at the moment. Bucky is not a character that interested me that much anyway. I'm probably going to check him out when he releases. But I have Gotham Knights and Midnight Suns to play this year, so if they get to next year and release Captain Marvel with a Kree invasion, I'll definitely play that.
Okay. That's a big if, but babe bro, Cloning Labs, Bucky Barnes, you got a few characters at 175. I think all your girls are 175, so
yeah.
You're able to get in there. Is that something that you're looking forward to? Because you know you can't go in there solo. You got to have a team and yada yada yada. So
I'ma drag one of y'all motherfuckers. I'll tell you that, because I'm gonna milk them for every cent that I have spent on that game, and I'm going to run that content. And when the content is done, I'm going to post my opinion about it.
So
Bucky, I am excited. Wait, no, I'm excited for Bucky. I am excited for Bucky because I remember Miller mentioning something about a sniper, and I'm just curious to see how
that face
he would even have time to snipe anything. Like how are you sniping anything in a game like that? Who's gonna wait for you to aim and shoot anything?
When I brought up the sniper rifle, I said it like that would be cool if they did that before I knew what the kit was.
Oh.
So the sniper rifle that they had before was Widow's high caliber pistols was a sniper rifle, and they just made it high caliber pistols. So that's what sniping would probably feel like. I believe, unless Miller, I'm wrong about that.
Off the top of my head, I don't know, but I do know there's like very popular concept art that they had made for like Widow with the sniper. Yeah.
Oh, nice. I'm just curious to see how he plays. If he's, I'll level him to 150, and I'll keep him there. And what's good about that is you get exotics for them, even if you don't play with them. And I have characters that I've never touched that get exotics from, like, you know how the event gives you exotics for your character and everybody else?
Yeah.
That's how I got a couple of them to like 155. The event.
You just event.
Once you get them to 150, you're good. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to the labs. I don't really care. I don't care about him. I need content.
I hear you. So Dr. Game, are you looking forward to the cloning labs and DLC and Bucky Barnes and all of that, my dude?
I'm definitely looking forward to Bucky, America, Widow, Khan, Odinson,
Banner,
T'Challa, Banner,
God, that's sad.
I'm definitely looking forward to the Winter Hawkeye.
The Winter
more so than the Chloe. See, my problem.
You call it Kate Barnes?
That's crazy.
Bucky Bishop. So I'll be looking forward to Cloning Lab more if they could guarantee it would be coming with Join in Progress. But since it's probably not going to have Join in Progress, then I'm mainly just looking forward to finding out, which parts of Bucky's kit is original and doing the whole level him up thing, and we'll run around, we'll shoot some robots, and I'll run through Cloning Labs with one of my 175s later, and we'll see if I can get through it without crashing. But I'm not that enthusiastic about Clone Labs, especially. I mean, the story sounds like it's going to be dog water. I don't. It's not going to have Join in Progress. It's a raid.
Imagine disconnecting at the last.
Like, it's a raid light activity, which means that it's going to be extended content, and you know how bad the performance of the game gets the longer you're on one piece of content. That's why villain sectors tend to go smoothly, and as soon as you get to family reunion and Discord sounds, then things start getting off the rails. So unless they got a surprise announcement in 2.7, Cloning Labs is probably going to be just as frustrating to players as Discord sound and everything. I mean, hopefully they at least remembered the checkpoint system this time around, and so at least when you crash, you'll get something out of it. But eventually,
and guess what? If there's no checkpoint system, they're going on vacation.
Yeah, if it's not there, I mean, if there's something broken, they're definitely going to drop it right on their way out the door. So if there's something broken,
no, I can't.
We're probably not going to hear nothing until February. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
I'll say this too. There's 2 story beats from Cloning Lab from like the current version that I've heard, and they're both like, well, that happened, kind of like they're like, one of them is like, what? Like, when I heard it, I was shocked, but then it's just kind of like, womp womp. Like, there's not much to it. Like,
so basically, somehow Palpatine returned is what you're. Is what you're telling me.
No, it's not to do with MODOK. As far as I understand it, like, MODOK's story is like the focus of it. Like, that's the one thing that they like at least have a lot of chatter about. It's not just like bring it up and drop it. But there's like another thing in that I didn't even know, because it's like such a it's so shoehorned in.
I'm guessing it's Ultron.
No.
No, really? Okay.
No, I was very surprised, but it's like kind of womp womp. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
Bruh. Cloning Labs is womp womp.
That's all I took for this. Like normally I try to see, that sounds like something. Ooh, let me see. I wonder what Miller really means. I don't care.
Bruh. J Shot Blast. Cloning Labs, Bucky Barnes excitement, good sir.
There's so much coming out, you know what I mean? So
Mhm.
like I'll play it when it comes out. I'm actually excited to play as Bucky, but like, you know, we're in the busy season. You know, you got Gotham Knights, you got God of War, you got this Ghostbusters game,
yeah.
You got Pokemon, you got. I'm not gonna play Call of Duty, but like it's a thing. So like,
new season of Fortnite coming out, new update for Fortnite coming out. So
yeah,
when
Tuesday.
No.
Oh, no battle pass. Don't play with me.
No, I said update. I didn't say battle pass.
Yeah.
I said update.
You said new season.
Yeah, I did, and then I changed it to update real fast. Because it's not a new season. It's still
There's a lot going on right now. You know what I mean? Like I'm
Mhm.
overwhelmed with stuff to do. You know, like honestly, after this podcast is over, I'm shutting down and just going into hiding because I have a lot. I have a lot of work to do between now and like I have like multiple games coming out this week. So I'm just all over the place trying to get ready. So yeah. Cloning Labs, I don't have one character that can even do it, so I'll do it. But yeah, there's just so much going on. Pokemon, you know, like obviously Marvel Midnight Suns, who I'm sponsored by.
What about the Dragon Ball game that Miller plays? That Dragon Ball.
I saw you play it, Jay. It was honestly, I was in tears. It was so funny.
About how bad I was?
But like it was like how confused you were by it. And I'm not saying because it was obvious, it wasn't.
Yeah.
But like it was just funny content. Like it was really funny.
I played it once and deleted. I was like, man. But I'll tell you, the display they had at Comic-Con was kind of cool.
Jay learning how to play any game has been one of my favorite things to lurk on. Really has.
I don't even.
I don't think that was an insult.
No, that was I thoroughly enjoy
you being
your
bad.
first time through content. I really do.
Yeah, it's funny because like I thought of a lot of you guys when I was at Comic-Con because like there's so much anime now. Anime is the king. You know, like anime is just everywhere. And it was just crazy seeing people walk around like dressed up as mostly anime characters. I saw somebody that was dressed up as like Berserk, which I know is like a big one, but it was like had this massive sword walking around with it. It was pretty crazy. Also saw a literal porn star, apparently, with like double G's.
What?
Like, yeah.
What
like,
does that have to do with Comic-Con? What is
well,
that?
she was dressed up as someone.
She was dressed up as an anime character, probably.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, just literally it was the creepiest thing too, because like she was like standing in the middle of where you walk in and like literally just guys walking up to her like, oh, let me get a picture with you, rubbing up against her, and she liked it, so whatever. I guess.
Older gamer, you interested in Winter Soldier / Cloning Labs, good sir?
I'm interested in his gun. Okay, so supposedly he has a transforming rifle.
Bruh, you can't.
He apparently has a transforming rifle.
Wait, hold on. Bruh, we in 2022.
Let me just grab
I definitely got some school shooter vibes right there.
I'm trying not to actually, but bro, you gotta get right, Holder. You gotta get right, bro. we gonna rephrase that. Bucky Barnes / Cloning Labs. Are you interested in that combo, sir? And don't talk about it.
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
okay,
I am.
cool. Yeah, all right.
Not amazingly so. And one issue I have is I currently don't have anyone at 175 yet. I got someone close at like 160, 165 or something. But yeah, I came out right away and I was like, hey, you don't have the biggest group of people playing this game. Putting this at 175 so very few people can play it is not what this game should be doing for new content. But, a lot of people completely disagreed, which is cool. That's fine. But like, there's just so much. Like Jay was talking, just next week is Plague Tale Requiem, Mario and the Rabbids, the sequel to that, Gotham Knights, and Ghostbusters. That is just next week. You know, I mean, I only got limited time. You know, I'll be doing a lot of Gotham Knights. You know, I'm looking forward to the horror vibe of all the rats going after people and Plague Tale, and you know, yeah.
Okay. Overwatch still got some. Yeah, okay, I feel you. There's a lot of stuff out there. Shield Walker CD, the most positive guy on the panel tonight when it comes to Avengers, which I'm so happy you were here for. You need a little bit of positivity, good sir. Are you interested in looking forward to Bucky Barnes and the Cloning Labs?
I will as long as it's not the 23rd through the 27th of November, I will have Bucky Barnes to 150 through the old OLT, both in the raid. And I will definitely, I'm doing the Cloning Labs first if I get that opportunity. I'm a little bit more excited than I was. I've got the bar pretty low. I was I'm excited that there's going to be puzzles because I enjoyed that about our raid that we had is going in without knowing anything and trying to figure out what they have. So hopefully throw something at us that'll take us a little bit longer to kind of sort of figure out. But right now I've stepped back. Like I've stepped back. I'm going to let them. We're going to get the OLT. I'm going to play through it, and then whatever happens next year happens. And
wow.
I'm gonna be honest. No Rest of the Wicked really took a lot of wind out of my sail. I had a project I was ready to do. Did No Rest of the Wicked, and I was like, well, we'll put that project on the back burner. I wanted to go through and like chronological the whole story, but between No Rest for the Wicked and the fact that they pulled in the multiverse, like that. It shouldn't have pulled in the multiverse. There's just too many.
It makes no sense now. The story makes no sense.
Well, it means you can fill in any gap with anything you want, right? Potentially.
But that's kind of what they're doing. I mean, Miller called that weeks ago. You know, like they're throwing whatever at the wall. Spaghetti.
They can bring Monica. They can bring any Monica back. Like,
have we ever fought the real Monica?
Yeah, that literally a question we can ask now. And I think that we can ask it. So
you can ask it all day. Are you, boy?
We're not going to have an answer.
They would love to. They don't read.
But I mean, yeah, I'll play it. But I'm also not holding my breath for a whole lot of stuff.
The most positive person on the panel is like.
Actually, I'm the most positive person on the panel. Thank you very much.
Like I was saying, the most positive person. I'll
have you know, I was accused of being a Marvel's Avengers shill today.
Not today.
Today, because I'm still planning on buying Gotham Knights even at 30 FPS. I'm a Marvel's Avengers shill. Somehow, those are connected. It's Twitter.
It's a slippery slope.
Just go with it.
So let's get this out. This is the last topic on Avengers. There's really not much to talk about as far as Avengers right now, to be honest with you. So I'm kind of like pulling out of my ass right now to even discuss this.
Yes, it's giving obituary.
We gather here today.
Do you really do obituary for zombies? Is that protocol?
This man just called the game The Walking Dead. Y'all.
It's giving necromancy, shade.
It's dead, but it's still shuffling along.
Jennifer's body.
But The Walking Dead still has new content, so.
Yes, a collaboration with Road Company coming soon. Yes, I got my life.
I mean, I just met the show and all the other spin-offs, but yeah.
Okay.
Every other game is getting
unless
content.
something crazy happens with the Cloning Labs, you're probably going to have like 2 more weekly wrap-ups that talk about Avengers.
Sorry, I got a little distracted because the moron that keeps creating new Twitter accounts to be like,
oh no,
totally creepy, like tweeted at me like, oh, Mr. J Sharkblast dumb fuck, Gotham Knights looks good, well explain this. And I literally responded with, I was like going through my video from Montreal and I screenshotted the scene where you literally walk out of the Belfry. And I just responded, quote tweeted with that picture, and the person responded to me and said PS5 ? I said yes. Person, all right, that's fair.
Bruh.
Killed it.
That's not the picture that he sent you is not even PS4.
Yeah. He like cherry picked an absolutely awful, like condensed version of like some YouTube video. Okay. Like it was all gone through the compression and everything. And it's just like looking at a random rooftop. And the picture from Gotham Knights or from Arkham Knight or whatever was from like a screenshot where he's looking out into the city, like an actual like professional screenshot that they put out. So all I did was like screen grabbed, and like you can tell in the picture I screen grabbed, it looks amazing. Oh, he just apologized for calling me a dumb fuck.
Wait. Is that German Avril Lavigne stan? I hate that guy.
I can't keep track of like who's
German Avril
who's mad at me right now, to be honest with you.
Because I saw you feuding with that German Avril Lavigne stan that's always in my mentions. I'm like, oh my God, small world. Not even about the same game either. Like it's a small world.
I told you they're toxicated. Look at the C guy. I'm telling you, he's crazy.
I think it's the person that got their account like banned for being an absolute racist fuck to casual. Like honestly, like I said at the beginning, one of the literal worst things tweets I've ever been a part of.
Yeah.
I thought about it all day.
That was pretty trash. The person who did it was trash though. So.
Yeah.
And their
also
whole
told me to kill myself. Whatever.
Over an opinion on a video game. Because
over 30 frames per second.
30 frames.
Anyway, sorry. I'm sorry I interjected. I got a little distracted for a minute while I was, trying to apparently, kill this person.
Why these people don't come at me? I want to find.
I want to listen. I want to see them all.
They've seen you, bro. They've seen you, dog.
I would pay to see that.
Just at Bay Bro. Next time he responds, just at Bay Bro.
Me. I'm buying the 30 frames with my money. So what?
All right. Let's wrap this Avengers thing up and call this good. Skins in Avengers. I noticed that a lot of the bigger content creators will not cover skins in the game anymore. They're not promoting them. They're not showing them off. They're not, hey, this is the new skin coming out on tomorrow. What do you guys think? I know I personally stopped doing the fire or trash skins thing. I'm going to start with you, good sir. Let's bring your ass all the way up to the top. Mr. Sadat the Gamer, you are one of the people who would get 4,000 or 5,000 views in one day off of a skin video. That's a lot of revenue. If y'all don't know about YouTube, in one day, 5K views in one day, that's a lot of revenue for that person. So what is the reason that you personally decided to say, you know what, forget this revenue, I'm not promoting a skin for this game?
Well, for one, I can make I can do a live stream for Avengers showing off a skin that I don't have access to, and I could probably get 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 on the stream. I could do an individual video, maybe get that, or I can make a Gotham Knights video and get 50,000. So
there you go. That makes sense. Then that makes sense. that makes sense to me.
So, or 600,000, like I got the other week. So
that makes sense to me. God dang, dude, you killing it, bro. Woo.
But also the fact that from a business standpoint, it literally doesn't make any sense. It's like, okay, the only communication they have every week is skins, and the only thing, and what they're doing now is they're giving just everybody that they like personally skins. They get early, you get moderators, content creators, everyone. They're all getting skins a day early. So I'm like, well, what's the advantage of me making skin content if I don't even have the actual skin? Why at that point, if I'm still covering the skin, I'm doing them a favor and getting nothing in return. And not even respect. So yeah, so what do I look like? So I can make a Gotham Knights video and get 20 times the viewership, and and more revenue and actually be interested in it, or I can try to force feed Avengers content that I don't really care about for a company that doesn't even like me because I'm too honest. So it's a pretty easy choice.
Yeah, I feel like we had a really good conversation about this, and I know that Miller kind of like initiated a lot of this the other day by kind of calling out that whole content creator program, which, by the way, I don't think they actually care about whatsoever. I think they if they could, they would just shut it down in a heartbeat. But you know, I'm not like stroking his ego here, you know, or buttering him up. Sadat is literally the king of Avengers. Okay, he is their biggest content creator. When Sadat streams Avengers, people watch. Lots of people, way more people than watch everybody else combined, pretty much. You know, like, and that's a fact. Okay, and the fact that like they're not working with him is dog water, to quote Sadat the gamer. I just it's not even about getting free stuff, you know, like, look, we all love getting stuff for free. Getting some free skins here and there would be very helpful and beneficial. But for them to have Sadat the gamer, their literal number one content creator on their side, working with them, how is that not beneficial? How are you not getting more out of that than a bunch of people that do photo mode? You know, no disrespect to them. I value who they are and what they do. They're good people, and I'm glad they're getting, you know, something out of it. But the point of doing this is to promote your game. And how do you promote your game? You get it into the hands of the people everybody wants to see. And that is Sadat the gamer. It's definitely not Doomkiller. Definitely Sadat.
Ooh. Damn.
Get out of here. Asshole. You knew that was coming. You better have known that one was coming.
Yeah. But no, but seriously, like, what are we even doing if we're in a world where you're gonna just give away the skins to all these people that were buying them anyway, and you're not going to take advantage of somebody that is consistently covering your game, putting up numbers, and keeping people interested? Like, this man does like off stream, like pizza time every Saturday with his members, where he just sits there and streams and or not streams, you know, does some raids and stuff like that, you know, like he's out there doing the work. Like, all you have to do is throw him a goddamn bone. It seems like a no-brainer to me. And there's lots of other people that deserve it too, trust me. But like, how they haven't in 2 years figured out how to reach out to the people that are day in, day out, consistently putting out content for them boggles my mind, because I know Brian did that for me when I was doing Marvel Heroes. When Marvel Heroes Omega came out, he would reach out to me all the time and make sure that I like had access to stuff. I know they can do it, and I don't know what it is. I don't know why they don't want to do it. It's not even about being honest, because like, you're fair. I think you're fair. Like, half the people think that you're a shill, and half the people think you're a hater. And I think that's the best. That's the best thing that could ever happen, because nobody knows what to do. You know, you're keeping them on their toes, but that's balance.
Well, they don't want they don't want balance. They want
yes. They would rather get all the people that are just gonna like keep kissing.
But who's left to do that? Literally, who's left to do that?
Yeah, I mean, like, listen, Bob's doing it, and like he definitely deserves it. Like, he's
even Bob's so sick of their shit. I was watching Bob's stream earlier. He was just going off.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, I don't have an issue. Like, I don't think I'm big enough anyway to ever get into that program as a content creator. And
you're more than big enough. You are. Oh, totally. Yeah.
There's no reason.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
Listen,
for the record, I literally don't like, after hearing. First of all, I'm already in a group, Court of Owls with Miller. And the benefits are way better than the official Avengers Creator Program. So I literally don't need it. I literally don't need it. I honestly, like last year. This is pretty much the moment when Doom, when I basically opened Doom's eyes to the Matrix, is when he saw that blog weekend promotion for content creators that they did. Eddie saw that I wasn't on it. This is like when around Doom first found my channel. That time I realized what the game was and exactly how they were going to be running things, and I was like, oh well, immediately I don't care anymore. Like I'm going to focus on making my channel grow and be at a point where any contribution they could make towards me is completely irrelevant and does nothing, which I've thankfully succeeded thanks to at doing it, thanks to all my supporters. So I would much rather, if they're going to do this program, get Doom in there, get Cute Little Cast Kitty, get Sadistic Kitten, get Fate Walker, get Casual, get all of them, get Misplaced, get these other creators a chance, if they're going to do it like that, to give them a reason to play your game, give them a reason to grow, give them a chance to grow, and just make this a bigger part of a larger community outreach project where they rebuild trust and get better with the consistent communication. And if I will happily be the sacrifice if need be, if they could just continue ignoring me but prop up all these other creators and overall do a better job, I'll happily take that. I'll be fine. I don't need a free Avengers skins in order to make content. Like I said, I do way better when I'm not covering Avengers. So if they want to do that, I would rather see the game grow and get healthier in that way rather than try to center this around myself. Because like I said, I'm perfectly fine being in the Court of Owls. I don't. I get way better info from Miller. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal to me. I would just much rather have some other creators get those opportunities that they 100% deserve, especially you do. I want to hear no nonsense about how you're not big. You should definitely be in that program.
This is the last thing that I want to say about it, though. Like, the people that started this whole program are all gone. Like, all the people that were with Square Enix PR team are gone. Andy is gone, and the people that are left want nothing to do with it. Like, they just don't. Like, it really makes no sense. And I mean, I haven't been there in a hot minute, but like, they can do all of this without that program. And I don't think they want to invest the time or resources to do what Sadat is saying. I just don't think they want to. And that's whatever, you know what I mean? I think what Sadat's saying would go a long way. And like, we talked about this last night too. Like, you don't have to throw the skins at every single person in the program every week. I don't think anybody ever expected that. Like, when I got the Thor Ragnarok skin, I was the only person that got it. And I felt like that was an opportunity to do something special. Like, they could have like supported me and said, hey, Jay Shockblast is showing off the Thor Ragnarok skin. Come check him out right now. And it would have been a great time and a great stream. But they didn't do that. Like, they're just like, oh, here, have it. Go do whatever you want with it. And it still felt special though, because it was just me. And I know it was the same thing for High Roller when he got to Captain America. So like, here's the thing, like, they're just half-assing it. So it's not. I don't get it. I could go in circles. I want to hear what Baybro has to say, because he seems like he was ready to roll.
I ain't touching no damn. I don't care about none of them skins. I'm not buying none of them. I don't care about no cosmetic. I'm not buying anything. I'm not putting a pen. If they told me tomorrow, here's a bundle for all the skins in the shop for 99 cents, I would not. A penny, I would not spend it.
Dang, not even one thing.
No, I feel swindled. I really do. Like, because like I said, no. Y'all laughing?
I'm crying.
I mean, I do have an official. I put this on my community tab. This is now official Sadat the Gamer channel policy. I do not promote skins. I do not buy anything in the Avengers marketplace. I will not post a screenshot of the new skin. I actually made a video about Miller returning and some of the stuff he posted, and I specifically didn't even include the new Iron Man skin in the video because it was a new marketplace item. Like, I'm over it.
Damn. No, I'm not gonna.
I mean, the truth is, like, honestly, the tea is that the reason that okay, a bunch of the moderators were gonna quit, And then they all got added to the program, and now they all get free skins every week, and they're not quitting anymore.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
good for
guess
them
what?
though. At least they
Wait,
stood up for themselves.
but wait. And I'm gonna end it on this note. If they decided to, I dare them to pull up how much money I've spent on this game, on this Avengers game. I can buy another PS5 if I want to. I'm talking about when they came out, I was buying $100 credits. Boom, I'm gonna buy again. I'm gonna buy again. And ain't nobody gonna monitor my pockets because that's my coin. And but what it does is it's like, okay, and then when I see stuff like if you offline with the game, you can't access this stuff. That coming from playing Marvel Heroes Omega to where they said servers will come down and you cannot play this game no more, that you bought all these founders packs and these boosters and grinded for I don't know what and waited for it to get ported to console. I don't think that. So I'm not gonna. When it comes to Avengers, they can suck it with a straw. Like that's it. I don't care.
Q Chaos Kitty or Miller or Hoarder, you got anything about skins you want to add to this?
Yeah, I mean, Miller, this goes to you real quick. Is there any possibility we'll still get She-Hulk? Do you think she's not coming now, or what do you think?
As far as I understand, she is still like they have like an internal kind of roadmap, and she is on it.
Okay, because I know for sure, yes, I would end up getting new skins for She-Hulk. That's one of my favorite characters. I love that character. So yes, I'll play them. I'll even possibly get them to 175. But that's one of the only characters I can think of that I would put money into. And
don't forget the 9 weeks that you got to add after her release to get to 170.
I know, and like what Babro was saying too, what I tried to get at was Babylon Falls. $60 game available less than a year to play. I kid you not. Servers go down in January.
But didn't that game have like 16 players the first week it came out, like worldwide?
Yeah, it had huge issues with people playing it, but you got to understand a full retail price game available less than a year to play. That's really bad, and it's Square Enix yet again. Like that is a weird situation. I wish I could get a refund, to be honest with you.
Oh, you spent money? You spent money?
Yeah, you can't play it without the servers. So my disc is useless in less than a year after the game coming out. Yeah. I can't think of any other retail game that went that quickly and was just like, no, we're done.
There was a headline that came out that at one point it was being played on Steam by one person.
One concurrent player.
Yeah, and that person became like a little micro celebrity for a little bit because they like gave interviews about how they were the only person playing
it. Damn.
I love it.
Fate Walker. I'm sorry, Kitty or Miller. Anything else on skins y'all want to add or not add or whatever?
Oh, I said the T about the moderators. I'm good with that. And it's the truth, honestly. Is like that's probably why they're giving out the skins, because a bunch of the moderators were going to quit, and now they're all still there.
I'm glad they stood up for themselves. You know what I mean? And
Good for them, because they got put through the ringer several times. They got their like self-esteem put in a blender more times than I can count, from us and from them. You know what I mean? Like they definitely deserve it. And I think a lot of the accusations about like, well, it's corruption and they're blah, blah, it's like, get over
they work
it.
For
it's
free.
Who cares? But I mean, to me, it seems like that's a big reason that the program even exists anymore, is just to placate the moderators.
Damn. Fate Walker or QKS Kitty, any skin talk before we move on?
Yeah, I mean, the skins they put out, they're usually pretty good, at least the unique ones. They're actually very, very good and high quality, but if they want me to buy skins, they need to make me play the game more. You know, I'm not buying a skin for a game that I play like 2 hours a week, maybe. At best.
There are a few skins I will buy if they ever come out, which I doubt they'll ever come out. If they give me a full lineup of Marvel Zombies, I'm buying them.
Ooh.
Just saying, I'm buying them. And if they give me Kate in a tux, if they give me Kate and Iron Man in a tux, if they give me the Iron Man bathing suit, summer suit, but as a tux, I'm buying that one too. Okay. Other than that, I'm really not buying anything else. but mainly because it's just so when I casually play, I can just have something different to look at.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you. Golly, this Avengers is really stale. Like, I'm so happy to be jumping off of this subject because literally, I'm about to tell y'all what we discussed for Avengers right now. Let it be what it is. Free to play. Skins. The Winter Soldier's arm going to be in 30 FPS. That's what we talked about. Like,
yeah.
There's really nothing.
I'm hoping Alex will tease some of me. I'm really hoping me, but like the other content creators in that Discord tease a little bit of the gear so we can be excited about something, because that's the only thing that's going to get me excited right now is seeing
we
something.
got Miller on the podcast and we're bored talking about Avengers.
No.
With Miller on the podcast. Like, that's insane. The man knows everything that you could possibly know, and we're just like, skins, 30 FPS arm.
I mean, we know Miller. We know Miller's saving the tea.
If you want something to be excited about, like the new status quo is. I mean, we were talking about the multiverse. Like they're sort of working toward a new status quo and patrol mode and join in progress and a new kind of short form gameplay loop. And I don't think it's I can't comment on its quality. I haven't played it, but I think it's an interesting idea and I'm curious to see it pay off. I don't know how long it's going to take though, and it's surprising to me that they haven't talked more about it. But once Winter Soldier comes out, I imagine they're going to start being a lot of teases about patrol mode and join in progress.
Yeah. So Bob on his stream earlier, actually, he said that from what he understood, they said that after 2.6 came out, that they were going to talk about 2.7 and 2.8, and now we're on 2.6.1, and we haven't gotten anything yet.
So this chat is so fucking stupid. This fucking chat, yo.
Oh no.
Miller will Avengers 2 be locked in there.
I hope so.
Yo. Okay. Y'all have, I mean, we got like, oh God. Y'all got time or y'all got to get out of here? Because if y'all want to, we can just run through She-Hulk real quick as a whole and call it a wrap, or we can end it here on a boring Avengers combo. I don't kind of want to end it on the boring Avengers combo. So for those who can stay, I will see y'all after this commercial, because we're going to let the homegirl Spring tell y'all where to get some fire or trash shirts at, and then we're going to bring it back and talk a little She-Hulk, because Avengers is godly. What did you call it? The Walking Dead, Sadat? Goodness gracious, bro. Damn.
Fire or trash, the only thing you can answer to the questions I ask. Fire or trash, the only thing you can answer to the
Hey guys, it's Spring. Sit back and relax, you are now rocking with the best. So why don't you look your best by rocking your very own Fire Trash t-shirt. Where to get it, you might ask? Go to financialfelons.com and use code DOOM for 15% off. Support your favorite team and look fly doing it. Take a picture in your shirt and send it to us at doomsquad_DSG on Twitter, and we will be sure to shout you out. I'll be looking forward to seeing your swag. Don't forget, use code DOOM at checkout for your 15% off. See you soon and let the good times roll.
Fire or trash, the only thing you can answer to the questions I ask. Fire or trash.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. I'm pretty sure Fate Walker is not caught up on She-Hulk, so he had to go, and I think it's cute little kitty bedtime. You staying or you going? Yeah, it's bedtime. Kitty, so, yeah, enjoy your night. We just gonna run over some She-Hulk real quick, people.
See, kitty.
Get it popping.
Bye, kitty.
Good night.
All right. Overall series thoughts for She-Hulk, episode 1 through the finale. Starting with you, Mr. Sadat, the game of fire or trash?
Trash.
Entire series.
Next. Trash next.
Jay Shot Blast, fire or trash?
Avengers hater was just gifted a sub.
Horror Gamer, fire or trash?
Fire.
Babe, bro, fire or trash?
Fire.
Mr. Miller, fire or trash?
Women's stories matter. They just matter. Fire.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Mr. Sadat the Gamer, you said trash. What did you not like about the epic episodes of She-Hulk, sir?
Do you have another hour?
It wasn't in 60 FPS, so I couldn't. It was unwatchable.
Oh, wow.
He's going. Finally got him. My favorite part of the weekly wrap up.
All right, so carrying on.
So what specific? So specifically, the one thing I will say about She-Hulk is that it's definitely had this edge over a lot of the stuff I've found in Phase 4 for Marvel and Star Wars as well. Is that it wasn't boring. I thought it was terrible, but it wasn't boring. I was able to get through every episode beginning to end pretty easily. I mean, it was some of the other shows will drag on and get a little dry, but She-Hulk was always entertaining. Not in a good way, because I thought it was some of the worst writing I've ever witnessed in anything, but it was terrible in a way that was still engaging. And the finale definitely, at least the fourth wall break part, even though the actual ending completely broke the entire season and made it all completely meaningless, I thought the way they executed the fourth wall break was pretty well done, and I see where their entire budget went for the rest of the episodes. But and it's always nice to see Charlie Cox, because he's amazing. But other than that, I just thought it was a missed opportunity. I think I still believe in the potential of a She-Hulk show. I hope that if it gets to season 2, it will be run same actress. I like Tatiana Maslany. I thought she did a great job. Pretty much everyone else they can just replace, and that includes the writers, because they were awful. I'm sorry. New writers, new director, a well-rested and well-paid VFX team, and I think we can get something real special.
Okay. Jay, you kind of skipped out on that answer. So what didn't you really like about She-Hulk?
I enjoyed watching it with my wife. My wife really liked it. It's not very often that we get to watch much nerd stuff like that. Usually when we watch stuff, we watch like FBI, SVU, The Masked Singer,
crime dramas and stuff like that.
and The Bachelor or Bachelorette. I do take one for the team and watch that with her. But the show is a mess. All right, like it's had some really good stuff, had some really bad stuff, and like Sadat said, like I just don't think they knew what they were doing, and it almost feels like in the last episode they said, "Holy shit, we don't know what we're doing. Why don't we do this, and that'll just fix everything?" Because it really does throw everything out the window, but we do get that really cool middle part where she does the fourth wall break. Like, let's be real, watching her like climb down the Disney Plus menu, that was cool as shit. Like, that was awesome. Like, we're always going to remember that scene, like in all of the MCU, you know what I mean? So that was great. And I like her. I love her. Like, she's great. I don't have a problem with like, some of the messaging and all that. That's fine. Like, I mean, I get it, but like, it's just, it didn't know what it wanted to be. It wasn't good at doing what it wanted to do. And then at the end, it just kind of was like, well, all of that sucked. Here's this. Why'd you do that? Very self-aware. And, oh yeah, well, we're done. Let's just have a cookout. Family.
Babe, bro, you said it was fire. What did you like about She-Hulk?
I The fact I feel like everything that everybody felt was trash was because everything was so far fetched, like it was from, you know, out of the blue. But and I'm sorry about the sirens. I live in New York City. Um, I love the fact that she was relatable. Like I don't even. Sorry for saying it this way. I've never really cared about her. And the last time I read about She-Hulk, like Rogue beat her ass because she came to the mansion and tried to do something to that. When in Avengers versus X-Men, they were on the cover fighting. That's the last time I cared about anything that had to do with her. And then I know in Civil War 2, she was almost dying or something, but anyway, I was watching the show and then the episode where she didn't get a text back from the guy, and then she had to get therapy, like and go, and she went out to be with all of that stuff made me like her, and it made me I don't know, feel bad for her in a way. And when people made such a big, I saw like there's a rapper I follow that was like, look at Stan Lee would lose it. You have Meg Thee Stallion twerking with She-Hulk. And this is a very big, his name is, well, not to a lot of people, his name is Pete Rock. He's an old school rapper. He's a really big Hulk fan. Like he's a huge Hulk. And he feels like the whole Hulk legacy, this is a disgrace. Like, how could you do this? That's his opinion. You know, I would never insult. Like I said, I'm a very big on respecting people on however they feel without calling them names. But I have to tell them, you're on your own, you know, with this one, because when I did my research, I have a Marvel Unlimited account. I went on there and I saw her comics. She is comedic. Like she says like stuff like that. She's very Ally McBeal, which happens to be the way that the writer was kind of writing the show. Like she's a funny type of person, but I like her. I grew to like her, and I thought the show was fire. The ending has me lost because I don't know nothing about Hulk's son or nothing like that, but I don't know nothing about him having a kid. So I'm like, where are you going with this?
Scar is actually a beast, yo.
Don't get Lejeune started. I'm not as big as a Hawk fan as Lejeune, but even I am familiar with the World War Hawk storyline. Yeah. And when I saw how they introduced Scar, I was like, ooh, they're gonna be mad.
No, he's mad. The guy.
He's not great. Like people are like, why is he not great? Why doesn't he have long hair?
That's not at all how it was supposed to go down.
Scar don't even like his dad. You know what I mean? Like he's not gonna just be sitting in there chilling with him, like, hey family. It don't work like that. Hoarder Gamer, you said it was fire. What did you like about it?
So it basically was a accumulation of Dan Slott's run as well as John Byrne's amazing run on She-Hulk. And the fourth wall break, that was something that John Byrne did. That was something in his run that he was really big on. So that was kind of awesome to see that. I've been a fan of Charlie Cox since Boardwalk Empire. I've been a fan of Tatiana Maslany since Orphan Black. All those performances are great. I thought the episode with Titania, where she tries to license the name She-Hulk or whatever, was awesome and hilarious. The episode where they have to go, or she goes and she has to kind of work on herself at that lodge that Emil has, was great. There's just so many really good episodes and great moments that I enjoyed. And also I'm a big fan of She-Hulk. So all of that together. And the way they used Daredevil, I thought was really good too.
Miller.
Hey.
Women's story matter. I say women's story matter. Women's stories matter. What did you like about these stories, bro?
Okay, I've been a fan of Tatiana Maslany since Ginger Snaps 2.
Yes.
Like, I love Tatiana Maslany so much. She's like a local for me. Like, I thought she's inspired casting. I'm so happy to see her in the MCU. And I loved her performance. On top of that, I was not expecting to love so much Jamila's Titania, but like, I'm kind of obsessed. Like, I love that somebody cast Jamila Jamil to play Jamila Jamil. Like, and I also love that she doesn't realize that. Like, it's amazing. I would watch her, like, in that character, watch paint dry. I think it's electric. Like, if you've spent too much time on gay Twitter, you know how annoying Jamila is, and she's perfect in that role.
Yes,
My wife
Oh.
loves her.
Yeah.
She's on like some other show that she watches.
The Good
The
Place.
Good Place.
Love
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Great show. Love that show.
Me too.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't know y'all was some Jamil fans out here.
And
like
she's
that.
on Legendary. And she's on Legendary on HBO Max as well. She's
Okay.
And now having her clash with the incel crowd with like Marvel fans, and she's actually doing really well, and it's making me like her. And it's like, no,
Yes.
like
Right
I'm not
every
supposed to
night.
like Jamil. That's not the point. Like this show is doing stuff to me. It's doing stuff to me. Like
I actually enjoyed She-Hulk as a show a lot. I thought it was, I ain't gonna say well written. I just thought it was entertaining. Something silly that involved superheroes that I could just watch. You know, if I'm watching TV with the wife, smoking a little draw or something like that. You know what I mean? It's fun. It's cool. It's not supposed to be some Daredevil Reborn and every fight scene is going to be so intricate and he's flipping off the. No, She-Hulk ain't never been like that. She's a freaking lawyer. She's funny. She's a bit promiscuous. She gets out and does her thing. She likes to party. You know what I mean? And that's what the show is about. So as far as her character from the comics to live screen, I think she did a good job. I think people wanted this show to be like every other Marvel Disney Plus show where this is how we're gonna start. This is in the middle. I'm getting my suit right before the the season finale, and then we're gonna have a big CGI battle at the end. And
I definitely did.
Like, nah.
I definitely did. I definitely did.
I find that so funny about this show because it's like I was laughing at the end, like Titania busts through the wall. I'm laughing because I'm like, this is a parody of the shitty fucking third act fight that like everybody's there for no reason. It doesn't make sense. The CG is not that good. Like I was in stitches. I'm like, this is what everybody who hates the MCU now sees it as.
Right.
And that's so funny. But I feel like they could have played that a little more literally. And to me, it almost seems like they got kind of cold feet in that direction. Like they didn't go hard enough railing against the state of the MCU, however playfully. Like I thought they could have gone harder with it. Like to have Kevin Feige as a robot, like it's like that's funny subtext.
Oh,
but
you just go sit down. Oh, you just go when she was still going off. That to me cemented that they was clowning hard as fuck right there. You know what I mean? Like when she sat down and was just like, "No, where's the X-Men at? Where's this at?" You know what I mean? Like that shit, right? That's like that was some black woman shit to me. You know what I mean? That's some shit I see my wife doing to somebody. Oh, you really just gonna take a seat and go ham like that? Oh, that's some shit Babe Bro would do. You know what I mean? Like, you feel me? So
did you just compare me to a black woman? Well, let me mixed up. I'm joking.
What had happened was
he dropped himself.
I guess I'm in charge now. Like
his wife just suplexed him like this.
All right, so your number one shit talk about Doomkiller. Let's go. That's the new topic.
What the?
Oh, I guess he's back.
No, you're not, asshole. I don't know. It's funny that this show has literally caused men and not y'all don't like the show because y'all don't like the show or didn't think the show was fire because y'all didn't think the show was fire. I've never seen y'all guys going ham about She-Hulk being what was the word this fucking asshole used?
Was it Mary Sue?
No.
What was that?
I'm oppressed. Was the word he used. She-Hulk is oppressed. I've never seen you guys, in a situation where y'all talking about how men are treated or interacted with in the show. Because if you really look at the show, Emil Blonsky is like one of her biggest comforters. Adrian Chase from Arrow is like one of her biggest comforters. You know what I mean? Like.
And Titania is a piece of shit, and she's a woman.
That's the funny thing. The male characters are definitely portrayed like either as idiots or terrible people, but everybody in the show is an idiot or a terrible person already. Like the only really great character in the show, like all the way through, was like Charlie Cox. It was like the only
No,
character.
I like her friend Nikki. Her friend mapped out all the Hulk situations. She gives very much secretary, but I like her. Don't do that. But you know what I think the show is a callback to what, again, what, not saying Sadat is that way, but it's what men have been already doing. Why all the men are idiots? Because all the women have been portrayed as idiots in a lot of their shows. And you know, there's so many subliminal things going on. If you listen even to the soundtrack, this show has been promoting female rappers from the beginning to the end, and not just our female rappers, artists like MIA, like this. The soundtrack is crazy.
So
Like,
basically like Insecure does.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly,
It's
exactly,
just not as good as right.
You got it.
Yo, Pug was definitely
it
good.
gives very much waiting to exhale. It's for the women. Like, if you don't want, if men are gonna be displayed in the light that they have been displaying them for years with, and to make y'all uncomfortable. Oh, how does it feel? That's what it's given very much.
I'm confident in myself. You know what I mean? I know I'm
good.
But and I think a lot of men, and I'm realizing a lot of men aren't. They really
it
aren't,
bothers
and it's
them.
scary, bro.
I'm telling you, Pete Rock is a Hulk stan. He is appalled by the whole Hulk situation. He's already like, look at, how could you do this? And then put a picture of the son in the comic books, and then put a picture of him in She-Hulk, and said, what is this Shrek business that you're doing with the Hulk? Like, put a picture. That people don't like it, especially
to be
Hulk
fair
fans.
though,
it was bad. Like my whole problem with She-Hulk isn't that it was a comedy. Like when they originally pitched She-Hulk, when I first heard about it, I thought this is going to be amazing. They said, "Oh, this is going to be a legal comedy like Ally McBeal with superheroes." I was like, sold.
Yeah, we talked about that on one of them. Yeah.
And then when I got to watch it, I'm like, oh, this isn't funny, and they don't know anything about the law. Oh well, let's see where this goes.
I feel you.
I would have liked more courtroom. I really would have.
The courtroom scenes were fire, bro. Like,
they weren't too much. It wasn't too much.
Bro, when Madison came through that motherfucking portal,
Okay,
tell
the
me that
Madison
shit
scene was good. The Madison scene was good.
Yeah,
but, like,
that's it.
On
That's
Madison's
it.
back.
But there wasn't a lot of courtroom stuff. And you got to remember, her episodes were really short.
Yeah,
Like,
they were 25 minutes, right?
Barely 20 minutes.
The courtroom
Yes,
scene
30,
with the
35,
Guardian
yeah.
shapeshifter was bad.
Y'all didn't like that part? I thought that was pretty funny when
I
she turned into
I
the
thought that scene
judge.
was very weak.
I thought it was a cackle. I laughed at that.
I laughed at it. Yeah.
Not you running through the courtroom. They chasing you like they can't catch your old ass. Get
I
over
could-
here, sis.
I couldn't get over the fact that they were still going through with the trial, even though that shapeshifter literally just committed a felony in front of everyone.
In front of the judge.
I'm like,
That's
okay,
what was
I'm like,
funny.
oh,
That's
the
why
end
I
of the
found
case.
it
What
funny.
made it funny to me?
I'm
Because
like,
I literally laughed at that.
yeah, but I'm like, okay, that's the end of the case, though, right? Oh no, we're still we have still
Because it's
like
a separate case.
we have minutes to fill. So
I took it, guys. I took it as a literal comedy. Like the whole. You want to know how funny it was to me? Even the way she punched Titania across the courtroom, that looked very cheap. That wasn't Marvel Cinematic CGI effect. They put Jamila on a wire and flung her ass across the thing, and that's what we saw. No, for real, but it was funny to me. It gave me. Did you ever see that movie? What's the name of the lady?
That shit pissed Sadat
They used to
off,
sniff her
bro.
armpit.
Like, Sadat was mad at dude. I watched this man Twitter after that scene, bro. He was
so
bro,
Yeah, the effect. It
I could
was.
see the sweat.
Yeah, but But this is the thing. You got to take it as it is. It's jokey. It is a parody. I didn't take it seriously.
They should have kept the original Jamila's idea when She-Hulk punched her in the pussy. That would have been absolutely hysterical if they had kept that. They actually filmed that. They actually filmed that, but then they cut it. At the,
Are you serious?
I mean,
yeah,
they
I'm
had,
dead serious.
if you've seen like stunt footage that they did, like they had choreography for that scene, like a whole fight scene that never saw the light of day. I mean, but it's because they shot 10 episodes and then cut it down to 9.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
But maybe it's because of what she said. Save it for the movie.
I'm gonna start with you, Hoarder Gamer. What was your favorite cameo?
My favorite cameo, I think, has to be Madison. Because like Madison was hilarious, and through Madison we learned more about Wong, also known as Wongers now, and that episode with them is wild. I mentioned it before because there's 2 earth-shattering spoilers from The Sopranos that they just pop in that episode, and I thought that was funny. It also lets you know that Wongers loves watching like HBO dramas and stuff.
Yeah, that's cool. Favorite cameo, babe, bro?
I would honestly have to say it was Daredevil, and just because, like, I saw both seasons on Netflix, or was it 3? No,
It's 3 of them. I haven't watched the 3rd
Yeah,
one
I
either,
saw.
so don't be
No,
mad.
I saw all of them, and I'm very happy to see Charlie Cox on there reprising his role as him. That made me happy.
Jay Shotglass, what you watching?
Twitter.
Oh, okay. Favorite cameo, sir?
Daredevil.
Any particular reason why? Just because he was just that badass in it, or because he got the walk chain?
Daredevil.
Okay. Miller.
Literally the only thing I need to say. Daredevil.
Miller, favorite cameo?
Skip me. Come back to me.
30 FPS, the gamer. What you got for me?
I mean, clearly Daredevil. I didn't really like most of the cameos. I like Wong as a character, but I felt like his last couple appearances in Multiverse of Madness and now in She-Hulk, they just turned him into a complete idiot, and I feel like we need to kind of dial it back and take Wong a little more serious as a character. I mean, he is technically the Sorcerer Supreme, so right. I feel like he should have above, IQ above a potato when he's out here doing his job. Madison was amusing, but I kind of just ended up just feeling bad for her because this woman is clearly an alcoholic in her mid-30s and needs help. And everyone's just laughing at her and encouraging her. And it's just like she just really needs actual help. And if no one will give it to her because they think she's just so adorable or whatever, I'm just like, no, you have a problem. They called you into court in like the afternoon and you're completely blasted. like come on, help this woman.
Say, bro, why this man just analytically broke down Madison, and it's sad, bro. Like, I feel bad for her.
I literally just felt bad for her the entire time.
She made a deal with the devil. Like, she's got bigger problems.
Yeah.
Bro, this man never said she was at a rave in the daylight. Dude. Okay, my favorite.
You know how I say, like, when you have problems when you eat breakfast at the strip club. That's literally her. She's that as a person.
You know what? I'm not even gonna tell you. Miller, who's your favorite cameo? We're done after this. I swear to God, we done.
I loved in the finale where they did the homage to like the old Hulk TV show intro.
Mm-hmm.
And they used the stunt actress as like transformed Jen. Like, I thought that was brilliant. I was in stitches. I thought it was perfect. Amazing.
It looked way better than the CGI, in my opinion.
It
actually really did.
But it was great. I loved that. And it was very weird to me having people poke holes in that. Like, but like, who remembers that? And it's like they're
like, no, that was classic.
They're paying their respect and doing it well.
Classic, dude.
Like, perfect.
The way, to me, the part that really actually made me laugh was when she hit Bruce. She hit the Bruce line. You don't want to see me when I'm angry or whatever like that. And him as Bruce Banner is comedy by itself. So him just kind of hunched over. He's trying to be cool, but Bruce is just not cool. And she's standing there like, you don't want to see me when I'm angry. And he's just like, yeah, you don't want to see her when she's angry. I'm just like, what the fuck, yo?
I will say this.
Standing there, bro.
I will say this. The show makes me want to see her in a serious setting, though. Like, I would love to see her like in a serious battle Like you're not about to eat shit like that, bitch. Not in the middle of a life or death situation. So I would love to see her in the midst of a
She
really
has no
bad.
training, bro. Like she would probably get beat up in a real fight. To be real with you,
I don't know.
I mean, just think about that second fight with Titania. Titania was actually whipping her ass. If she was strong,
Yeah, but I
she
don't
would have
want to
beat her
take.
down.
I don't want to take even Titania serious on that show because it's giving Full House, Family Matters. Like you get what I'm saying? I'm not. I don't think you understand. I get it. And then you look at the comic strips at the end of the show, and it's literally the show. It's giving Archie, like Betty and Veronica. Like it is that. I'm waiting to see her in a serious situation where
Well,
she's
she's
not
like a key character in Secret Wars, right?
Is she?
work.
I believe
I
so.
didn't know that.
In the first one, right? I think she's like one of the
No,
group
you talking
that's
about in the
transported there.
comics?
Yeah.
Secret Wars? No, she's not really. I don't even think she's in Secret Wars like that in the first one. Maybe the
Really?
second one.
I thought her
She-Hulk-
and Titania were both in.
Not that I saw. I read the
Oh.
shit out of Secret Wars.
I think she's supposed to be relevant if they're going to do the World War Hawks plural storyline with the leader, and then you bring in Red She-Hulk. I think that is kind of what the direction they're going to go in.
Why would they recast what's his name with Harrison Ford if they weren't going to do some kind of Red She-Hulk? I mean, or Red Hulk.
Thunderbolts.
Yeah, I think Red Hulk
that makes sense. Yeah,
I think Red Hulk is Harrison Ford, like that man's like 100. Holy,
I hate.
Why did they do that? Like
I hate it. I love Harrison Ford. All right, but like he's like 80. All right, so why are you? He's old. Yeah, he's like late 70s anyway. So you just like William Hurt just died like in March. They hurried up and they're recasting him by October. I know he wasn't as major of a character as He Who Shall Not Be Named, but why are you going to recast him with somebody that old? And like, what are you going to get? Like maybe a year or two out of him? Like 3?
He turned 80 in July, and he's going to be Indiana Jones again. Yeah.
I think they just want to wash the taste of William Hurt out of people's mouths before they send the character off.
But why would he was Thunderbolt Ross? He was remember the general that like that Captain America's like, I'm done asking for permission in like Civil War. That was him. And Thunderbolt Ross is Red Hulk. Yeah. So like, but that's my thing. Why wouldn't you just find somebody that's like in their 50s that you know that you can have available? You can have him available for like 10 years.
Maybe they're going to kill him off. Maybe the Red Hulk.
Probably immediately.
Maybe, but like I don't know. I feel like that's I'm
not really thrilled about I love Harrison Ford too. Don't get me wrong. I love him too, but I'm not thrilled about him being General Ross at all. It just like he's too fucking old. Like dude could pass tomorrow, and not no wishing bad, no kind of harm.
That man has tried to kill himself many times. He's a pilot and he's crashed like 5 times.
Like
my god.
Yeah, look into his plane crashes. He's like ate shit on many occasions. Like they got to take his pilot's license away.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, y'all too. I got more questions, but I'm too damn tired for this shit, y'all. I did not expect this show to go on for 3 hours. This was a hell of a damn panel. Y'all want to just put somebody on a map so I can go get my arthritic ass some fucking rest, please? Hoarder Gamer, put somebody on the map. It don't matter who it is. It can be your grandma. I don't care.
Sure. One of my favorite streamers on Twitch, Ben E. Fitz. It's actually a blue puppet, adorable, and like it has its own voice. And the person who never breaks character as they play as the puppet, technically they are partnered. It was a weird thing, but like right now they're only maybe like 30 viewers a stream. So it's kind of a cool thing to support them and really interesting and creative. Benny Fitz, like friends with Benny Fitz.
Okay. All right. Sounds good, man. Thank you for coming. I'm sorry. I'm really tired as hell. That's why I'm. Anyways, thank you for coming on this show, Hoarder, bro. Appreciate you as always. See you every Wednesday night on the DSG channel doing Hoarders Comic Flex. Is that
Yes,
correct?
Hoarders Comic Flex, 8 p.m. Central on the Doom Squad Gaming YouTube channel. See you there. Thank
Yes,
you.
indeed. Big bro, my road dog. Put somebody on the map so I can go to sleep.
I want to put the Gotham Knights developers on the map for their 30 frames per second because I'm still going to buy them this Friday. Thank you.
Peace out, my dude. Miller. Put somebody on the map, my friend.
I just want to take this opportunity to say congrats to Carrot Scraps. He deserves the recognition of like getting in that program. I'm super happy for him. I'm loving, like, they just had that weird bundle that they released. He was doing all the photo mode stuff with the Mystic Marble skin. It looks brilliant. I've talked to the guy who designed that and like trying to show him off like those specific screenshots because they're brilliant. Brilliant. He's doing great work. Love it. He deserves it. Shout out to Carrot Scraps.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Oh, you're my co-host, so you get to go last. Set out to 30 FPS. Put somebody on the map, twin.
Shout out to Durag Nation. You guys deserve it. Shout out all my biggest supporters over there. Y'all my people. Bruno the Bully, Eastwood, Jav, Aqua Shill, Lucky Ray Gun, everybody over there that's holding it down. Drew, you guys are the best. Love my whole community. And definitely shout out Deeper Depths. We did his podcast earlier. Love what he's doing with the channel. Definitely go subscribe to that man. Check him out. He's a real cool guy. Big supporter of the community. And I really like his podcast. I think he got something there.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, twin. Jay, put somebody on the map, bro.
I'm never prepared for this. I do want to say shout out to Divine Shine for dropping a 10 spot for you. But like, yeah, like I think Babe Rose said it best. Like I got to meet that dev team, the Gotham Knights dev team, lots of them. They're just real people. And I kind of wish that people could just remember that there's somebody on the other side of the screen. And, you know, I understand people get upset and stuff and disappointed in whatever happens in their video game. But like, these people worked hard for 6 years on this game, and I loved my experience playing it. I think it's a great game. I'm very excited for people to get their hands on it. And it's unfortunate that like time and time again, they have to like, not just them, but like all devs in general, you know what I mean? Like they just get shit on over and over again. And it's not even like their fault half the time, you know? So I just want to shout out specifically the WB Montreal folks who really made me feel like someone. Like I say this all the time. I don't really think of myself that way. I just feel like I'm just a guy like anybody else. And Doom's getting yelled at by the lady. And
giving away my money, yo. Like
no, I just honestly like that was a really cool experience, and it sucks to see them like
having a deal.
Yeah, because it's honestly we're gonna get to Friday, and we're gonna forget about it all mostly. I believe that, and it's not because of the duffel bag full of Canadian dollars that I'm sleeping on.
You sure? You sure?
Yeah.
Person
Awesome.
I want to put on the map is Jay Shotglass for co-hosting this show tonight, man. This was awesome. Thank you for coming and rocking through, taking the first 10 minutes to kind of explain your story and what's been going on with you as far as people coming at you like crazy folks for no reason. I don't get it, bro.
Yeah,
but
it's weird.
It's very strange, man. But I'm tired, y'all. I'm about to go get some food and get some rest. I'll see y'all tomorrow. With all that said, lazily bon ton roulette, which means let the good times roll. Thank you all the chat for. I'm not doing the whole read the chat name tonight. I'm sorry. I'm tired, y'all. We 3 hours plus in. I'm sorry.
I apologize. But here's the aim controller commercial, and check that out, and I'm gonna dip. Peace out, people.
What's shaking, people? It's your girl Spring. Sit back and relax, you are now rocking with the best. Have you checked out AIM controllers, the absolute best controller in the game from customization to branding and more? With a lifetime warranty, why not invest in something that's worth it? The best controller for the best deals. Make sure to use code DOOM at checkout. Links in the description.